Hello everyone, Felix here. Hopefully this isn't getting picked up. Yeah, bro, you gotta stop delaying. Well, I'm sorry. That is something that I have to change, man. That is admittedly something I have to change. Really sorry about my voice. Oh, just there's forgot to mute. Hey, Dantiok. Bro, you gotta stop delaying. It's something I struggle with all my life, my friend. It's something I struggle with all my life. But yeah, so I guess last stream of the Big 25. So, but besides that, there were gonna go on a side tangent here. Well, but it is related to it is related to the topic at hand. It is, you see, a lot of, like, as much as I want to believe that most of my, what is that? I don't know what that is. Hold on. As much as I want to believe that most of my influences in movies and films comes from, oh, what I like in anime, what I like of what I like by myself, what I like from my own, because I've had an independent interest in film for a while. Admittedly, it did come from my dad. It did come from my parents and the things that mostly my dad liked to watch. And for the most part, I feel like we both share this tendency. I am willing to be more critical. Hold on. Chat. Okay, so chat is there. I'm willing to be more critical of movies than he is when it comes to certain films. But I feel like to much love and credit and much love and sweetness to my parents, I don't think my parents can critically, like, think critically about a movie or be willing to criticize it after they'd seen it. Like, sometimes they have to tell themselves something that I inherited, I think, specifically. I knew Luther and Superman were in cahoots. This is a really, I like this image. This is just a real, just like, because of how vicious and, like, vitriolic they were to each other in that movie. I just like this behind the scenes shot of David Cornsweet and Nick Holt hugging. It's just like something that's just genuinely funny to me. Honestly, this is serious meme material here that I'm proud of myself for, like, saving this image. But yeah, going back to topic at hand, I always felt like my parents they're like, either they like what they see too much, or they just want to believe that what they saw wasn't a waste of their time. And for the most part, as much as I hate to say it, I have inherited this. I have very clearly inherited this. It's almost genetic, where I gotta tell myself the thing that I watched, if I want it to have been good, I will tell myself that it is good. And as you can see from the thumbnail, that I am wrong about many things. Many things. One of them is that I have to slowly realize, as the consensus comes in, and I have to try and think critically about the movie that I saw, even after that first initial review, that film Freakout, where I chat with you guys and talk with you all. Again, I'm so sorry about my voice, and I have to be keeping this down because, funny enough, my dad is in fact downstairs, and he's probably hearing me trash talking his tastes in film. Ever since Batman 2022's comments from my sister and brother-in-law, I never take their opinions about movies seriously ever again. It depends. Like, you have to, like, you come to realizations. For example, like, I consider myself a Marvel fan. I consider myself an MCU fan even. But I have not liked a lot of their movies, besides the, like, Well, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that soon because one of the movies I am doing a retrospective on right now will be an MCU movie. Most of the movies most of their movies post Endgame have been utter shit. They have been just like complete pieces of shit, not worth your time, not worth your energy, not worth your effort. Just look into them to see what happens and move on. Most of them break the structure of the MCU itself anyway in ways that Endgame never could, or that previous MCU movies before Endgame never could. Despite that, whenever he watches something, my dad tends to view that very uncritically. He just says it was a good movie and finds the good in it and moves on. I guess good for him. He knows how to find enjoyment in watching a movie, even when it's stuff that I really don't like. Like, to him, Ant-Man 3 was good. It was not. To him, Black Panther 2 was good. It was not. It's just like it's my sister doesn't get the concept of reboots and multiple continuities. That's unfortunate. But yeah, it's like, excuse me again. I'm sorry about my voice, but it's something that I have to observe and realize. They're My dad is very big into film, but that doesn't necessarily make him a film buff. Again, much love to my dad. I love him. I get most of my taste from him. That is something that I don't think he normally does. As an example, a really big example, a really awful one. Recently, over the weekend, he decided to watch One Battle After Another. That idiot, just like steaming pile of shit, Leo DiCaprio Antifa communist movie. And he gave it a good review. He said it wasn't bad. Do I trust that at all? Absolutely not. That is. Even just reading the plot in general on Wikipedia, I spotted it instantly. This is trash. This is like the most stereotypical, like almost stereotypical Hollywood trash that you could get, like of any movie that tries to be artsy or political. It always ends up there. It always it is so. Don't watch it. It's not worth your time. It is utterly terrible. It is, and like to the point where I lose faith in certain people, and certain VTubers that I know, that people that I was interested in who watched that movie and gave it a good review. I don't trust them anymore because how can someone defend that slop? I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna pull up a page. It doesn't even deserve my attention. But like. With things like that, and the general, and it's not just like political movies either, but even like the non-political ones that are just a lot of action slop, a lot of like martial arts, or I don't know, Steven Seagal movies, like action, like boomer action movie slop that really doesn't try anything interesting and just produces the same thing over and over again. I love Jason Statham. Do I think a lot of his recent movies are good? Not really. well, have you seen it? No, I haven't, because it's not worth my time. That's the thing. It's really not worth my time. It's. I'm not gonna give it. I haven't seen Batman. I haven't seen Batman 22, but I've got friends who give really good reviews of it. So. It feels like something that I should pay attention to at some point. Hell no, fam. I had to explain to her there were multiple versions of Batman written by different people, and she literally couldn't understand how it was possible. Yeah, that's unfortunate when it comes to like big fandoms and big continuities. DC is just a mess right now. It really is a mess with different Jokers, different Batmans, a different DCEU. JS's Jason Statham's only movies I like are his first ever movie in Snatch. I like The Transporter. I like Statham in The Transporter. I liked him I liked him in Expendables. I don't think he's a bad actor in and of itself. He just plays himself in every movie. It's not like he's like a modern JCVD, like a modern Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't take offense to him. It's not like Steven Seagal or The Rock, where I find them like completely intolerable and I just like speaking of, I don't like The Rock. I don't like Seagal. I don't like action slop like that. I like Dolph Lundgren. I think he was great in the Rockies and Expendables and all that. But he has unfortunately also fallen into the trap of making like direct to streaming or direct to video slop. And whenever my dad watches stuff like that, I'm just like, ugh. Look, I like cheesy, I like schlocky shit too. I like my slop, but it's different. It's different if it's me. It's different if it's me. But there's a general failing to think about things uncritically. I gave a really bad review to Land of Bad, that military action movie that was set in the Philippines that I had many problems with, like mostly from a military standpoint, like a military enthusiast standpoint. That was not a good movie. Um, but yeah, it's like yeah, he's like Denzel Washington. Yet I love Denzel's son. What's wrong with Denzel Washington? Like I know you like Tenet. I know you like Denzel Washington's son in Tenet. What's wrong with Denzel? I don't. He's an excellent dramatic actor that he works decently well in everything. It's not like Sam Jackson where you get tired of him. Denzel just like he I can work with him in in a lot of movies, so I don't have a problem with him. But yeah, he's like it depends. But like again, something but going back to my parents and like my relationship with them in movies, a lot of them same issues with Jason Statham. Well, uh, I take what I can get, but this like how do I say this? Something I inherited from them very clearly was my inability to really think critically, or at least I'm so high up on hype and cope and stuff that about certain movies that I've seen that I can't really definitively think critically about them, even until I do a film freakout, until I do a first review. And maybe it's because my opinions are in fact influenced by other people. Maybe I'm just other people are better at seeing things that I can't because I am so set in my ways. And then when I'm allowing myself to become my thoughts to become more loose, less stubborn in my interest, can I see other people's viewpoints? Like we're gonna go into the hell of like differing opinions about Superman later, but I'll start us off simple. There are two movies that I still like and two that I don't. No, this will be for later. This will be for later. This when I yeah, it's I'm looking at my other streams. This film for this one with Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts has become only more complicated for me over time. But going straight out of the gate and being as clear as possible, I have not watched any of like I've watched parts of Thunderbolts. I have not watched like besides that, I have not watched any of these movies since I saw them in theaters this year. Thunderbolts is the exception. And it is one that I maintain it is an extremely flawed movie. There are some very bad parts in it. I can see why people are turned off by it. Did I like Drinker's review of it? Absolutely not, because I think he was just trashing it to get his catharsis out at the MCU. Well, why? But it's just it tried to do something better. It was one of the first MCU movies in a while that tried to do something better. And did it work at this? Did it succeed entirely in this notion? Well, it bombed at the box office, unfortunately. But what I can say is, it is a bit like it's sour wine. It is Thunderbolts ended up being a sour wine for me. The bad parts have gotten worse, but I'm still willing to drink it because I know there's good in it. Overall, I still like Thunderbolts and I'll still defend it. I love Thunderbolts. It's probably the best MCU movie in a while, not counting the Spider-Mans. It was like it has its problems, but it's the first one in a while that is actually watchable. You're still gonna cringe at it. There's still bad moments that you're gonna dislike. You're gonna cringe at. You're gonna complain at. It does not handle it does not handle everything well. Yet despite that, I just feel like it came at the right time for me specifically. It was something it emotionally resonated with me very strongly. It is like it was very clearly my type of movie for the time being. Um that moody atmosphere and the darker takes on the character, the deliberately darker takes on the characters and the willingness to explore emotion, the aesthetic palette that really tried to set itself apart from other MCU movies. Yeah, it felt cheap, it felt rushed. It is a very imperfect movie, but when my biggest complaint about it is that I wanted to see more of it out of a 2-hour movie of all things. Out of a 2-hour movie of all things, dude, I think it was underbaked, and I felt like if it was just a bit crispier, and if they had ironed out the kinks and willing to listen to some more different people in testing in test screenings, they would have really knocked it out of the park with this one. Would it have been as good as the last MCU movies like before Endgame? No, but it would still be watchable, and I would love it all the same. Always generic action movie, tough guy lead with smug ass attitude. We should watch a movie together one day. We should. We really should. But yeah, it's Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was something I had struggled. I had struggled most of this year mentally and emotionally for various reasons. I'm still dealing with a lot of that after effects now. But Thunderbolts, it was not an escape. It was more of a confrontation. It let me confront a part of myself that I wanted to for the longest while. And it was and even with its imperfections, oh, there's two Felixes on the screen. Even with all of its imperfections, it was still worth the watch. In theaters, did I enjoy it in theaters? Yes. Did I enjoy it as much watching it at home? No. But again, like sour wine that you still get to drink, it's something that I will still drink regardless. Something that I will still enjoy, partake in, and I still care about these characters, and I still want Avengers Doomsday is shaping up to be something not exactly the best. Not exactly for the best because I'm not seeing good things about it, but but I might even just see that just to see where my beloved Thunderbolts end up. It's enough for me to care about them. It's enough for me to invest in them. Not just Walker, not just but all of them, even Yelena, Ghost, Shostakov, Bucky, all of oh yeah, and Sentry as well, and or Bob. All of them is something I find something to care about for all of them. It's something I let myself be invested in. I'm aware it's a very flawed movie, but at the end of the day, it's probably a 6 or 7 out of 10. Oh, he said 6, 7, whatever. It's not relevant to that. 6 or 7 out of 10. Something that I would still recommend. It's very imperfect, but it's watchable, and it's something that talked to me. I talked to the movie, and it talked to me back, and I got something out of it. I'm aware why people might not like it, but I'll still defend it. This next one is complicated. This one, perhaps, even more so, because I have ranted quite heavily about this. Quite heavily about this. Holy yeah, there was my my little Easter egg at the start. my little Easter egg at the start regarding regarding Jawoon at the time. That was fun. That was fun to do. But this movie, I've admitted a lot. I've admitted quite frequently that Tom Cruise is one of my favorite actors. Genuinely love it whenever he's on screen doing his thing. Yeah, I get it. He's a bit weird. He's a bit creepy. I don't like Scientology either, but he's literally me in a lot of movies. I am willing to admit my favorite actor can make some very bad movies. Well, look at the Mummy. Look at like I haven't seen Interview with a Vampire. I get mixed things on it. Look at that Mummy reboot with Sofia Boutella. Um, what it wasn't exactly a good movie. I haven't seen American Made. I know it was a good movie. I want to see that one day. I want to see that one day. But a lot of hold on, give me a second. Um, Tom Cruise filmography. A lot of like he has made some pretty bad movies in his past. And you know what? Honest and to be entirely honest, Vanilla Sky. In contra, you know what? I'm gonna do a little as an aside. Vanilla Sky. I remember my dad talking to me about Vanilla Sky and talking about like him seeing like Tom Cruise and um what's her name and Penelope Cruz, different, not different Cruz in this movie. And he like, despite what I said about him, he's like getting older, he can't really see, he can't as critically see the faults in certain movies. Something that's really funny to me is that he told me when he saw this in theaters, I think it was with my mom, he was dating my mom at the time. um oh no, they were married at the time. This was like one of their movie dates. And like they walked out of the theater because he hated it, because he didn't like this movie. I will give credit to him for that, because at least he knows what he wants in a movie, and probably he's got more willingness to criticize a movie than I thought. He walked out of this movie. American Made is about Barry Seal. Yeah, I know. Barry Seal's a very fascinating person, to me at least. But yeah, Digger, the new he has a new movie. Like a lot of this, a lot of the stuff I've seen him in is straight banger. Like, well, part of the things I'll use to defend him, like, even I know he's an egomaniac and a narcissist, but he's made good movies and he's earned that right. I cannot give that I cannot give that to Final Reckoning. This was this was something that I had to come to terms with very slowly but very surely. This was this was where is that? He deleted that video already. Pentex Productions made this. This is the like his edit, The Final Reckoning. This Teal, like, at the getting things out of the way, like untangling my tongue. If your movie requires some lowly idiot on the internet with a stupid voice and a twink PNG to edit your movie and like propose edits and try and script doctor or like pitch doctor your script, it is not a good movie. If I find like yeah, I can find faults in it, I can find things that I can pick apart, but if it's this level of my, like, if I have 3 pages of edits, like, or I guess 2.5 page, like at least 2 pages of edits that I would want to make to the movie, like all of which deal with major plot details and the structure of the movie and like how it's arranged, it is it is not like like I am forced to admit, as much as I adore Mission Impossible, as much as I adore Tom Cruise and Chris McQuarrie, Final Reckoning was not a good movie. This was like, I still love Dead Reckoning. I still love all the previous ones. This was not like I said, it landed the plane. No, the plane burned, the plane crashed. There was just a few survivors. I was one of them, and I'm finally coming to terms that the plane has in fact crashed, that the accident wasn't my fault, that I had to deny it. I have It was Merry Christmas. Hey, Clanker. Merry Christmas to you. Merry belated Christmas. They put it in a scene that is like in that GTA 5 confrontation, but it's the law agencies all going in to arrest him. They did that with Lord of War. I remember that. But going back to Mission Impossible, this oh jeez. This was this was a this Okay. If I have this many, like, I'm not gonna go in depth in the movie because this is this is something. Excuse me, because I've already edited. I've already ran through my script, my 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 script doctoring and all that, and trying to make things work in this movie and introduce plot elements I thought would work. If I have to do this to your movie, then, or if other people at least have to do this to your movie, it's not a good movie. It's like, as Pentex did this with his version. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch this with y'all because this is only on his Patreon. I'm not subscribed to his Patreon. I don't have a copy of Dead Reckoning that I can't do. Yeah, but I can't. Hold on. There we go. A preview. Let's let me let. I'm talking over him, but you know.
Overly reverential mess that had none of the sense of
Yes, like a lot of what he says here is just plainly true.
with taking bloated stories and trimming them down to a more
This is a guy I follow a lot.
have been planning
Another PNG tuber. Well, he's showing his face here, but I know him as a PNG tuber.
guess what his name is in the comments. But Paramount is notorious for lodging copyright claims against videos that are even remotely critical of this movie, and even though they seem distracted right now,
Yeah.
I still think it's unlikely that this video will last very long on YouTube. And so I will be
This movie was
5 days, which means that your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to watch it and see how I turned The Final Reckoning into a focused 2-hour movie that centers Ethan's.
the thing is, the problem with that mainly is that everything here, like from what we have in the movie, like with deleted scene, like minus deleted scenes and all that, it is still a jumbled mess. It is still a very, like, a scene by scene, like, if you take the scenes individually, they're all excellently shot. I love the fight scenes. I love the action. I love the fight scenes. I love the action. I love all those elements. Like all of that is done very well, or just with minor fixes that I would change. The main issue is stringing all of them together in a coherent plot, and that movie has failed to do so. This, like, quite frankly, if you have to restructure everything, to make it work, then it is an actual problem that this movie has. Overall, I am forced to admit, like, is it rewatchable? Sure, because if for entertainment value's sake, I would love to see Tom Cruise hang off a plane. I would love to see him diving into the wreck of a Russian submarine in the Arctic Ocean. I would love to see him fighting bad guys. But all of these on their own do not tell a coherent story, and that is its main problem. It is not a sat. It is a bunch of it is a lot of satisfying scenes, but it does not make for a satisfying movie. Only at the end, like, a lot of elements at the end, like, it's not political or whatever. It's not. I wouldn't call it political at all, other than how it deals with AI as the main threat, or like AI and things like that. It is a lot of these psychological thriller aspects of it that we got from Dead Reckoning are wasted here in The Final Reckoning. Regarding the entity and being manipulated by AI and having to trust people over your instincts because the entity knows what your instincts are. All of that is thrown away here because it wasn't utilized properly. A lot, like, it focuses too much. It focuses so much on being a finale that it forgot to be a Mission Impossible movie. It focuses so much on trying to reference other things in the series, like Mission Impossible 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of the it tries so hard to be tie itself in with everything that it forgot to be its own movie. Calling back to other movies will not save this, and it wasted a lot of time with the movie. like there are parts that I liked that were wholesome and sentimental and in references to older sections of Mission Impossible, but all the other stuff, like some part, like Ethan Hunt screaming you need to get off the internet, or a long-winded speech at the end by a now dead Luther Stickle. A lot of that just felt preachy. There were preachy elements. There were elements that just doesn't gel well. And there's parts that I would like to see, but somehow didn't make it into even filming. It's just like and like with the question of like there's an answer to how the entity came about. We don't know how Gabriel came about, and I thought it was a pretty interesting villain in the first one, but he doesn't work as a villain in this one because he's always running away. He isn't even a threat for most of the movie. Like it's only at the end that he actually becomes a threat. It's only at the beginning and at the end that Gabriel actually becomes a threat. He does not show himself for the first and second, like for the third act in its entirety, and it is like having him be this menace, the menace that he was in the first one. He fails to be a good villain. I like the actor. I like S.I. Morales as an actor. He did not do well here as a villain. He did not do well here as a villain because the script didn't allow him to. Why they decided to make him a comic relief villain who dies by smacking himself in the back of his own plane. Yeah, that's how he dies. And most of all, like it's shown that he and Ethan have a history together, and we never get the context as to why. There's so many unanswered questions, and they fail so hard at him being a villain. It doesn't work. And at the end of the day, yeah, I have to admit it. As much as I love to watch this movie, it's only for entertainment value and not for the movie as a whole. If I chop it up and put it into other bits, and if I recycled these elements and put a different script in, or changed the script so heavily it would be a different movie, then, well, I wanted to like this movie, and I defended it by saying, oh yeah, it was troubled, but it made it to the end. It didn't make it to the end. I am the only survivor of the, if this movie was an aircraft, then I would be the only survivor. And I would be in denial about it for almost half a year. But that's how this is. This one, Final Reckoning's good scenes barely squeak it over the 5 out of 10 rating. It is if you this is only because I'm a very big fan of Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible. It even gets a 5. It would be a 3 or a 4 if I wasn't such a big fan of this movie and couldn't appreciate how much intensity came to the production. But the good scene, the very good scenes that would have been spectacular in a different movie, have landed this a 5 out of 10. Watchable, but not in its entirety. That's how I feel about this. This is a very troubled movie, and at the end of the day, it's not I want to like it because there's so much about it that I love. I love the action scenes. I love the chase scenes. I loved Tom Cruise's performance in this, but the script was just terrible. I love the entire IMF team's performance in this. Haley Atwell, Simon Pegg, what's her name? She plays Mantis she plays Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy. Hold on. Yeah, I like Greg Tarzan Davis in this. I like Angela Bassett in this. Yeah, Palm Clementif. She was great in this movie. But despite all the excellent performances from most of these actors, they are hobbled, shot in the kneecaps by a genuinely meandering and bloated and terrible script that couldn't focus, that could not stop and focus for 5 minutes. All of this all the flashbacks, all the unnecessary cutscenes. It felt like I love the it's like Metal Gear Solid 4. Like I said, it is, if Metal Gear Solid 4 was a movie, it lingers too long. It's not a good it's like, I want to like this, but it's not a good representation of Mission Impossible as a franchise, and it's not a good representative of Tom Cruise's filmography, even if this is a bit of it is about an ego trip. And at the end of the day, it's not a good representation of Mission Impossible as a whole. It's fun, it's interesting, but if you look at it critically, it falls apart. And those are my thoughts on that. I liked seeing it in theaters, but it took me a while to realize I probably wouldn't like it if I saw it again. It's watchable, but only on TV. It's like, and if that's what your movie is relegated to, then unfortunately it isn't much of a good movie. And then now, oh yeah, the F1, F1 and this movie. You know what about this? I don't have any complaints. Solid 8 out of 10, 8 or 9 out of 10. It's a very Hollywood movie, but in a good way. It's a very stereotypically. This felt like old Hollywood. I have nothing but compliments towards F1. Yes, the script isn't very. It's simplistic. It's very simplistic. There's a lot of contrivances to get Brad Pitt in the behind the wheel. There's a lot of contrivances about the Formula One movie. F1 was a solid watch. If you came to the theater, you knew what you were getting, and you liked it. I liked it. This is a good movie. Good movie. Would watch again. Absolutely stellarly filmed. I get it. Like, it's very simplistic. People are gonna call it slop. No, it was not slop. This was normie Kino, but it was still Kino. And like, as a excuse me, there's something in my throat. But yeah, overall, would I recommend this? Yes. Are there better racing movies? Probably, because of you get for example, you get Ford v Ferrari. But as a movie, this was an excellent watch. Kaczynski delivered, Brad Pitt delivered, all of them did really well in this movie, and I like, for once Pippa and I agree on something. For once Pippa and I agree on something. Stellar movie, absolutely amazing movie, great movie. Moving on. This is where things get complicated. Because Thunderbolts did have a big fandom around it, but it's very contentious. I've already stated my piece on it. I've already decided what to feel about it. Mission Impossible is relatively niche as a fandom. I guess among spy movie enjoyers like me, it was pretty big, but not enough people. F1 was almost universally loved, like 8 or 9 out of 10. James Gunn's Superman is complicated, and in order to untangle my thoughts, I needed to search other people. Yes, am I getting my opinion from other people regarding this? Yes, but okay, getting my compliments out of the way for Superman. For what it's worth, David Corenswet was a good Superman. Even with the problems, some minor problems, he was very charismatic, very charismatic actor. I think he did reasonably well as Superman. I liked it. Were all of his attitudes fitting? I'm not sure, but I couldn't help but like him. His a lot of infectious positivity and determination in this movie. As a guy, I like David Corenswet. Nick Holt I will still praise Nick Holt's depiction of Lex Luthor here. Because like Lex Luthor, ironically, was the standout for me. I really like Nick Holt's Lex Luthor as a character. A lot like those were great. These two were great. It is them that I don't have a problem with. But since then, since watching it, and since me raving about it, how it's a feel-good movie, and it wasn't, it was a 2000s movie. This movie has a lot of problems, and speaking entirely honestly, I do not trust James Gunn to lead the DCEU. After seeing if this is the tone, if there's other things involved, that if this is his idea of I don't like James Gunn. I don't like James Gunn. It's not like both what he did in this movie and what he did outside of it is just there's so many problems with it. I don't I really don't like Creature Commandos. I really don't like Peacemaker. Peacemaker almost feels like an official extension of the Boys into the DC universe or whatever. I don't like James Gunn's approach to things. Maybe we're gonna get saved by accident because Warner is getting bought out by one company or another, and they're like, oh, geez, excuse me. I did say I had something in my throat. I'm sorry. Superman was the shit. Boo! Superman was the shit. I haven't seen a movie outside anime since MI5. No, Mission Impossible 5. Okay. Look, Kilroy, again, I loved David Cornsweet in this. I loved his version of Superman. I loved his version of Lex Luthor. Nick Holt's version of Lex Luthor was amazing. But I feel like after a reevaluation, after this honeymoon period was over, I felt like this had a lot of problems. And I just like a lot of it because I just don't like James Gunn. I don't like his style. Yeah, it worked in Guardians of the Galaxy, but that was carried by the charisma of his cast. I like Bradley Cooper's Rocket, Vin Diesel's Groot, Chris Pratt's Star-Lord, Zoe Saldana's Gamora. All of them were done great, and it worked in the MCU. I feel like Gunn's style just doesn't looking at this, it doesn't resonate as much with me anymore. Is it woke? Is it woke? Not like Gunn's other works are. This isn't, and I will give it that credit. It's entertaining if you're able to shut your brain off, and but if you think about this movie critically as it is, then you're not gonna have a good time. This was something that I really had to come to terms with. I rewatched most of my reviews besides F1. I rewatched before this in order to really recapture what I was feeling at the time and reassume what was happening now. Superman has problems. It is at the end of the day, this was there was a lot, maybe we could have, I know it was explicitly billed as something that wasn't an origin story, but it feels like it might have done better as one. I just a lot of Gunn's choices in directing just were not good calls having this movie. Having Jor-El and Lara and the Kryptonians be these evil alien invaders that wanted Superman to become this tyrant. it's not it wasn't fun. That wasn't cool with the with with how Superman's biological parents were treated with like in the past. This was jarring, and I just I hated it then, and I hate it even more now. It was handled terribly. Jor-El and Lara and Superman's parents. It wasn't done well. Um, Ma and Pa Kent, the Kent family, like it comes to the point where you can't tell whether James Gunn was genuinely trying to trying to be endearing by these like simple country people, or if he was being insulting to rural Americans by like portraying them this way. I could not I could not tell, and I feel like if he tried to be a little bit more serious with the characters he was trying to portray, that he would have. I just like I didn't like James Gunn's directing. I like getting that out of the gate. Like all of Superman's fight scenes were amazing. I liked his fight with against Planet Watch. I liked his fight against Ultraman and the Engineer and all of that. But all of like the stuff involving Mr. Terrific and the Justice Gang, not fun for me. It was like looking at it, it felt like an overplayed trope from Guardians. Where he does the 360 spin and he plays licensed music. Like the only times when it wasn't doing that, when he wasn't doing that was when Superman himself was fighting on screen. All of Superman's fights were great. I did not like the Justice Gang's fights, and of all things, picking that group, Hawkgirl, that version of Green Lantern or whatever, it's just that tone, and having this whole metahumans are a thing already. Like, yeah, it is. There is a point to having that, but at the same time, I feel like it was. Now I'm remembering, if I compared Thunderbolts to sour wine. Earlier this year, I decided to make a cocktail. Hold on, let me go find it. I decided to make a cocktail for myself and drink it. Let me go find this. Sorry, Felix, but it's a heavy disagree. But yeah, it was. Hold on. I made earlier this year. Earlier this year, I made this. I made this cocktail because I'm a big fan of Rooney, big fan of Rooney and her cocktail and her cocktail stuff. This I made this. Hopefully, there's no reflections or anything that could have show who I am or whatever. I made this, and I posted it. And here's what happened. I threw up. I made this. I love the taste of what I made here, and I threw up. That's what Superman felt like to me. If Thunderbolts was sour wine, if Thunderbolts was sour wine, to make an alcohol comparison, then Superman was this cocktail for me. I liked it when drinking it, but it didn't sit in my stomach very well. I liked it on the way down. I didn't like it coming back on the way up. Felix, all I want to do is get in your VC and explain to you precisely how you're wrong. You know what? Hold on. I might be willing to invite you on. It's not I have a server for these kinds of things. Hold on. We need to have a chat. Okay. You know what? You know what, Kilroy? I'm gonna throw up your. I'm gonna. Okay, fine. It's turning into a debate. It's fine. That's fun. Give me a sec. Give me a second as I as I load this up. Okay, you know what? War VC. Where's voice chat? Okay. I remember this one, Lamau. Yeah, hi Antioch. Yeah, that one. That one wasn't fun. Again. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's test it. Let's test the audio. Kilroy, I'm Kilroy. I'm bringing you on. I'm bringing you on. Give me a second to throw on your PNG, because this is something. This will be something for the ages. Okay, image. Hold on, where is that? So I can. Where? Hold on, come on. Come on, where's Kilroy? Where's Kilroy? Hold on. Let me go find your. Let me go find your PNG so I can so I can toss it on screen. But yeah, okay. Yeah, say your piece. Be mad at me. Hold on. Hold on. Everyone in chat, can you hear Kilroy? Can you hear Kilroy?
Yeah, send a message or something so we know I'm not speaking in the wind right now.
Yeah, I am.
I have my Sortilège, which is a Canadian-made maple syrup whiskey.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Hold on. Let me lower the volume. Let me lower the volume of my thing so I can so they can hear you. Okay. Okay, say again. Say again, Kilroy.
I have a whiskey, maple syrup whiskey right now, and I have
Quiet.
my
Okay.
tape.
Zam says you're quiet. Can you hear him now? Can you hear him, guys? Can you hear him now, guys?
Testing 1, 2. Can you guys hear me? Volume up, Quebec boy.
All right.
Fucking ain't doing that. I'm gonna have to pull up my headset.
Hold on. Oh man, I want there you are. There you are. Okay, mom's. I I have you
Can you
saved
hear
here.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen up, you fat fuck, bro. Superman is a feel-good movie. That's the point. It's
Okay.
supposed to make you happy. The whole ordeal is that there's bad guys. Generic as fuck bad guys. Lex Luthor's plan is not even to conquer the world
Yeah,
or,
I know, and I like that. I
just to
liked.
fuck with
I thought.
him.
Look again.
The
I loved
whole
Lex.
deal. Bro,
I can
when
hear
you
him
came,
now.
bro, I cannot, bro. When you came at me and told me, yeah, the Justice Gang sucks, I was like, brother, he did not just disrespect.
I
He did
didn't like.
not just disrespect.
I
Mr.
love.
Fucking Terrific to my face.
It
Guy
got old. Look,
Gardner, oh girl, come
it
on,
got
bro.
old real
Finally,
fast. Listen, man. I look.
fucking finally, we get some BCD tier listers finally showing up to do some. Bro, how many fucking times we saw Wonder Woman, Cyborg,
But I wanted
Flash,
to see Wonder Woman
Aquaman?
and Cyborg.
Fuck them, they're gonna have their own movies in the fucking future. That's how you build a franchise, dumbass. Bro, they already teased us with Supergirl, which got me pop mega hard when I saw it for the first time.
Look,
Because
okay. Here's the
like
look
yeah,
here.
the movie is not supposed to be perfect, but who gives a shit? This movie was just made to Superman's situation right now when the movie goes fucking sucks, and everything around him sucks. His friend thinks he's a backstabber, the world thinks he's a backstabber, and his number one up as a point. And it's him the entire time going, nah, I can't win. I can't do it. I can win against
my qual
everything.
like my qualms aren't with Superman himself. I think he was for all intents and purposes he was great in this movie. I liked him. I liked David Cornsweet as Superman. I liked Nick Holt as Lex Luthor. I think they were the best parts of the movie. But it's just how Gunn put like it. My main issue is with Gunn's directing. Gunn's directing made this feel if like again there are
Wants a Man of
benefits.
Steel. Brother wanted Man of Steel. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you something about why I hate Man of Steel. Because it's not a fucking Superman movie. It's an apocalyptic movie featuring superheroes. I can't. It's not a showcase of heroism or justice or like
Yeah,
bravery in
yeah,
face of doom. It's
Kurt,
just building blowing up. Like the whole aspect of the Superman movie and the easygoing and the goofy antics is that yeah, the situation is dire, but there's always a and yeah, maybe you don't like the style of
yeah,
gun
it wasn't.
writing and everything, but for me, it's exactly what made the movie for me because for years we were given like super dark, super heavy-handed, super
and that's
edgy,
and
like
and that's admittedly.
and ever since the Christopher Nolan The Dark Knight, which I'm gonna give the Dark Knight trilogy, every single
Make
credit
my
you
hat.
want.
My
Like
hat is
it's
getting bigger.
but the deal is that Hollywood, as usual, have learned every single wrong mistake
Yeah, they
about
tend to do
about
that.
that movie, and then they did everything super dark. And then when we had the DCU, whatever, when they tried to do their own MCU, it backfired spectacularly
Yeah,
because not only they did the exact like they learned the wrong lessons from the Dark Knight, but they just copied the MCU without the build up, without like and yeah, they
I'm
tried to have
I'm
their
gonna
own
say
Avengers.
something that you're really gonna hate me for.
You like these movies, and
I
you look at
I
this and
I
say,
I kind of miss
yeah.
Zack Snyder. I kind of miss Zack Snyder.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I
I
went to see Wonder Woman in theaters
I liked
when
Wonder
it came
Woman.
out.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like Zack Snyder's
I
Wonder
like
Woman.
yeah, I like the first movie. Because the entire time I was watching, I was like, yeah, it's just Captain America. It's just the first. It's the first
It's
Avenger.
like it's
And
like it's
honestly,
it,
and I was like, yeah, you know what? Like the whole picture thing and the characters and the band of brother feel during World War I. I was like,
yeah.
yeah, you know what? Whatever.
I
I can work
I
with it.
like the World War I setting in Wonder Woman. I think that was great. And
But
I
the
look,
thing is the deal is that since 2008, we have been showered, mired, fucking choked on Dark Team, Dark Brooding, Dark Knight, Batman. Superman is a fucking bastard. The fucking Injustice saga. Oh,
yeah, that okay, that's overplayed too much.
I'm gonna have to tell you, I'm fucking done with that shit. It's overdone. I've
Yeah,
spent an entire decade
I don't
of
like
my
Evil
life,
Superman. I don't like the boys. I don't like that stuff.
and
Yeah.
shit. I'm like 27 years old. I've spent more time in my life, like being a nerd and a geek, seeing Superman being this evil dictator,
Yeah, I'm
rather
tired
than
of that too.
and
I'm tired of
and
that too.
and seeing Superman for the first fucking time, seeing him being this heroic, this like paragon of virtue, of goodness,
And
being a
that I did
whole
like about him. The
and
thing is,
having like the rest of the movie being also centered around that, having different facet of like the Justice Gang for me were like it was fired up cylinders for me because you have not only you don't have the A-listers, you have a bunch of nobodies, but you lay the groundwork for the future movies where they can build from them. And but just by the way, All Girl, bro, they should have given at least a little bit more lines. I wish she was given a bigger role, but I digress because
honest, like I feel like
We got Mr. Fucking Terrific,
I mean,
who stole every scene he was.
I
I
wanted
was
more Superman though. I wanted more Superman.
well,
I feel
I
like
was well. It's a superhero movie. You
yeah,
kind
I
of
know I get
but
it. I get it.
newsflash, guys. Newsflash. You watched a superhero movie and he's surprised. Get this, that there's more than one superhero in the
I
movie.
just wanted like they took a there was okay. And then again, my main issue with Superman isn't with Superman as a character himself. It was with other other aspects of Gunn's directing. And while you said, yeah, they had to get those heroes in so they could build them off later. It feels like we were thrust into this. It was
Because
jarring in the way that we were thrust into this world that Gunn had already created, that he had to world build very quickly, that I felt like yeah, I get it, it's a new
what
experience.
world building? What world building?
It's like the whole
What?
thing about like they basically reset the DCEU from the start.
Yeah, no
Like they
fucking shit.
yeah
But they
yeah
were
but
going to fucking carry it
yeah
with what?
I get it
Fucking
but
Flashpoint, the Flash movie,
I get
the
it, look
Aquaman
look
movies.
yeah I
What
get
the
it.
hell? How the hell? Nah, man, bro. How the fuck do you continue that? How the
Like, I'm
hell?
not
How, it
saying
was
I'm not
like
saying we should
it
have
was
continued with the Snyderverse. The Snyderverse was broken. Again, okay, let me say my piece. Let me say my piece about Zack Snyder.
okay.
Something that I was able to enjoy. Did I prefer admittedly, I preferred the MCU and Marvel stuff over the Snyderverse. But for what it's worth, I like the Snyderverse. Yeah, it was dark, it was gritty, it had all that Hollywood tropes in it, but it was like it had an identity of its own that felt separate from Marvel, an identity of its own that felt like it could. It wasn't. It was free of free of of the Marvel humor. It was free to be dark. It was free to be all this,
It was
broody and
too
intense.
dark.
It
It
had
was
its
too. It was, bro.
Look, it
They
was
didn't
badly
film.
planned. I get it. It was badly planned. The studio executives fucked over Zack Snyder a lot. Do I like all of his directing choices and writing? No. Zack Snyder should not be let into a writer's
More
room.
love, more love.
No, Zack Snyder should not be let in the writers' room. But that being said, I liked his cinematography. I liked it had a distinct identity, and I felt like I could get immersed. This one, this like I wasn't.
You know what we call these types of movies, Felix? We call that vibe movies. We call these vibe movies because the stories doesn't make sense. If there's a
Yeah,
story, you don't pay attention to the story. And if there's a story that you're supposed to pay attention, the movie says, you're not supposed to pay attention to the story. You're supposed to experience an emotion. You're supposed to vibe with the movie. That's why we call them vibe movies.
which ones are you?
Have you seen the remake of the old remake of Michael Mann Miami Vice with Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell? Movie sucks. Okay, I've watched it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's too long. It's dragged out. The movie is not good. But the movie is not supposed to be about the acting, the storyline. It's about like the characters. It's like basically Drive. These movies are vibe movies. The problem is that Zack Snyder does that with a budget fucking insane, and he has
Yeah. That
nothing to
was.
show for it. Look at Sucker Punch. Look
Yeah.
at Sucker Punch
I
and
want
look
to
at
see.
my
I want.
face.
I look. I want to see Sucker Punch because I thought it looks cool.
Now, you know what? That's a movie we should actually
Yeah,
watch.
I want to see Sucker Punch. I was like, I hear about it. I hear about it from time to time. I like watch because I like the production design. I think because Snyder really excels in cinematography.
The
Cinematography. He
problem is
knows what he wants. He knows what he wants when he's behind a camera and being the cameraman, being the cinematographer. I'm a sucker for cinematography. I want to see what I
you,
want to
sh-
see,
you
but
shouldn't be
he
given
cannot
these
write.
freaking budgets. You
Yeah,
shouldn't be given this freaking budget. Go give him a mid-tier size budget for a artsy movie and give him the script of his freaking choice, just like he did with 300. And he's gonna
yeah, three.
pop up some freaking miracles. That's the Snyder vibe. Yeah, Drive has a good story.
Driver.
Let's be honest, you don't give a two shits about the story. The story is nameless driver falls in love with a random girl and he has to protect her to save her life. That's it. But you don't.
Zam
But
says,
like,
I liked Man of Steel. The problem was the DCU was that they didn't go dark enough. It was too safe. That's what Zam says. The Arkham games mocked the movies. Infinity War was way more dark than the DC movies. I wouldn't call it dark. It was emotional. The way it played it, it was the way they played Infinity War was emotional. It wasn't like the vibe. the vibe-wise across most of the movie, yes, the ending was dark, but it was mostly about emotion and
No,
feels. Infinity War and
I'm gonna be
Endgame
real
were
honest.
mostly were
I
emotional.
don't,
They weren't about darkness or aesthetics or whatever. The okay,
I have to disagree with that. I have to disagree with that. Okay,
yeah.
I remember watching Infinity War, and my consensus was it's a MCU movie.
Yeah,
From point A to point B. It's an
it
MCU
is. That's
movie.
what it is.
And
It's a very MCU
game
movie.
and game's intro is a dark, serious tone because it's the
Yeah.
aftermath and okay, that's the but don't
That
go
was a
into
dark
my
MCU.
but
Yeah.
don't but the Infinity War is not a dark movie. The
Yeah.
ending is dark. The
The ending
rest
is
of the
dark.
movie
That I agree with.
is the rest of the Infinity
The
War is
rest of the movie is
happy-go-lucky
aggressively
MCU
MCU.
shenanigan with the villain winning.
Yeah.
That's Infinity War. Endgame is it starts dark and then they pull the greatest comeback of reviving literally everyone,
Yeah.
making Infinity War's ending completely obsolete. And yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Thunderbolts. One of the things I liked about Thunderbolts was that, like again, I was defending it a lot of stream earlier. It was like that is like again, it's a very heavily flawed movie, but in my opinion, that's what a darker MCU could be like. It's not afraid to be aesthetically, thematically. It is very dark and it is very emotional. Friends call it emo. I'm not sure if it's called if it could be called emo, but it is a very dark movie for the MCU. But
Winter Soldier
ended
is a
on a good
dark
ending.
movie.
And Winter Soldier was a dark movie. Civil
It's a,
War.
it's
Civil War
Civil War is a dark
to me,
movie.
Civil War is the best movie in the MCU. I really liked Civil War. I
No,
think it
because,
handled.
well,
It
I
has
don't
its
like
problems. Okay, go ahead.
I don't like Civil War because it just cemented to me that Tony Stark's a fucking asshole. Iron Man's a bad superhero in my book. The movie,
I
and look at me, okay?
look,
Civil War, okay? I watch Winter Soldier, and
Tony
to
Stark wasn't
me,
an asshole. He was just wrong. He was
but
just wrong. That's what
yeah,
he
but
was.
here's the thing. I go watch Winter Soldier, and the whole point is that Hydra has infiltrated the U.S. the Shield.
Yeah,
Hydra is Shield, and now they're going to take over this massive ship that Shield has built to turn on the entire world. That's Captain America. And then Sonya bullshit happened, and Tony's like, yeah, we should trust the government, guys.
Yeah, look,
And then
again,
he's surprised that Captain America, of all people's, like, maybe we shouldn't trust the fucking government,
look.
and he blows a fucking gasket over it. Yeah, no
I think
fucking shit, Sherlock.
the main because I think it's a this is gonna be a very odd comparison. You're aware of it, like this is gonna okay. You know what? I know I can't say that comparison because it deals with real people, but if you look at Tony's arc, if you look at Tony Stark's arc from where he was, and there are times when I do consider Tony to be a better person, or at least a better character than before Civil War, because because I feel like the mindset he had in around Iron Man 2 and 3 was a lot better. No, Iron Man 2 at least. Iron Man 2 was the best Stark had to give. Iron Man 2 and Avengers. But it like if you look at it this way, because remember the last time Tony trusted his own senses, he made Ultron and nearly destroyed the entire world again. So like, and I feel
So
like
we're
him
going to
him
buy.
tru-
So we're
him
going
trusting
to
the
buy
government and throwing away his own power. Him throwing away his own power was because he couldn't live with himself over what happened with Ultron. That's why he was is because he was emotionally compromised. Do I disagree with him fundamentally? Yes, I think he was very wrong for trying to strap the Avengers to the UN, and I think Captain America was right for trying to break free of that. But but you have to look at it. He was emotionally compromised, which led him to make bad decisions. Stark was emotionally compromised throughout the movie because because Captain America stuck to his principles and stuck to his principles over his own emotions. That like while Stark was being controlled by them through through the movie. That's the tragedy of it, because Stark could see Cap's point of view. Stark could have forgiven Bucky, because that's the thing. He tries to kill Bucky because he's too emotionally compromised, because he's on the verge of losing it. That's how he was. That's why he was the way he was. And that's why I like Civil War,
why
because
I will never trust his ass. I can, bro.
But
Like, yeah, you
he,
have the first movie, the second movie, and the other. But bro, I cannot look at Tony Stark's arc and tell to myself he's a good Avenger. This
but
guy's a
he's
fucking fraud. The dude's an asshole from
he
through and through. He
because
fucking
he
enlisted a teenager to fight his
okay,
goddamn battles.
that was questionable. That was questionable. But the guy. Okay,
You,
look.
you, like you tell me he's
I get it.
emotionally
Him getting
fucking
Spider-Man and
retired.
doing that and like
Like
conscripting a child soldier was a bit
Like you're too
questionable.
nervous that
That
your
was
weapon, you're too nervous that your own weapon might be turning against you. Fucking destroy them, douchebag! It was the fucking plot of one of the movies, and you said maybe the world still needs Iron Man. No! They proved it wrong with Ultron. They proved it he was wrong. Everything he fucking touched is too dangerous. He cannot be trusted with that kind of technology because he's too fucking emotionally volatile. And that's what happened
but
during
that's the
Civil
key. But
War.
that's the key part of the character. That's the emotional core of the character. He is this genius, but he's not a strategic genius because he's too blinded by his own emotions. But that's interesting, and I
And his
like that in the character
fucking
because
ego. And his fucking ego, bro. He had the fucking gall to talk back to Cap when they were talking about this in the fucking office. Fucking moments after the events of Winter Soldier happened, while Bucky was still being recovered. You cannot tell me that Iron Man's a good hero. He's a flawed character. No, he's not a flawed character. He's a fucking asshole. And the reverence and the homage we gave the character is stolen valor to the real heroes, the real Avengers. Fucking Cap, the people who stood against that, because the government couldn't be trusted in that world, and the government cannot be trusted in our world. And this dude's a fucking fed.
that is fair.
This dude's a fed. And look my gimmick. Look at my fucking gimmick. You think I trust a fed?
And I don't either. And I don't either. Look, I'm not saying he was right. Because I do think Cap was right in Civil War. It's just that I'm not gonna hate the character himself because he. It's about he would look. Okay, this is I get it. This is a hard sell. This is a hard sell.
But then he's a hero, right? Because he sacrificed himself. Unlike Cap, unlike Scarlet Widow, unlike Quicksilver, every fucking buddy who died during Infinity War. Every fucking buddy
his entire arc is trying to find redemption for his failures, and I would agree. At the end of the day, like his death did in fact redeem him from his failures. At the end of the day, I get it. Very flawed character, but it's something that a part of him that I appreciate is that the majority of his story is him trying to find redemption, trying to find a way to forgive himself by doing something that fails. He tries to move on because he's on the brink the entire time. It's an eternal comeback. It's an eternal form of comeback. He tries to forgive himself for the things he's done, and he fails, but he has to try again because he knows there's no other way out of it. Most of Stark's life is him paying for his mistakes, and at the end of the day, he decides to give it his all, and he does pay for his mistakes at the end of the day.
How does he pay for Ultron? What consequences he got from Ultron other than shame? What consequences he got from the fucking monsters
He
that
decided that
the
his life
robot.
wasn't. He decided at the end
He
of the
didn't
day that
lost.
his
He
life
didn't get
wasn't worth.
sued. He didn't get sued. He didn't got had to force to like he. The only time he was put onto Congress was the beginning of the second movie where he just flipped the bird to every single member of the Congress there,
Well, yeah,
telling
that
them
was
that the
based.
rival.
Okay, that was based. You have to agree with me
Yeah,
there.
that was based at the
That
end of
was
the fucking.
based. That was
Yeah,
based.
you know who else did that? Scarlet
Black
Black
Widow.
Widow. And you know what they fucking had the gall to say?
Hey,
They,
Crispy.
the other guy, that was on Cap's team. He said, oh, didn't you said to the Congress around the same thing? And she said, well, I'm reading the room. Fuck you, bitch. No, that doesn't work like that. And he doesn't work like that either. You fuckers have like if you want to work for the government, bitch, answer to the government. If you want to fly solo, well, you better have a good reason to do it. Cap had the best result. You see, that's why people look at me wrong when I say I'm a fan of Americanism. I'm a fan of Captain America's vision of Americanism, of actual justice, actual fairness, where actual people stand for themselves and the people who are weaker than them. Tony Stark never did that. He did it to line up his fucking pockets. He did it when he
He did it.
sold guns.
Okay, that is blatantly not true. All right,
Well,
he sank half of his company just so he could be Iron Man. That is that what like you can't say it was out of profit because of the things that he was doing was genuine philanthropy. Yes, he was fighting terrorists through the entire time. Yes, most of the villains are a result of his mistakes, but at the same time, he's at least like you can't argue that his intentions weren't
half
pure.
the villains we see in the MCUs are literally either ex-members of his. Hell, it also applies to fucking Spider-Man movies. Like Tony Stark is responsible. Tony Stark has been responsible for so many bullshit happening in the MCU. You cannot tell me that this dude's a fucking problem. Philanthropy
I
or
would say him dying at the end of Endgame is a
Batman.
good way for him to pay off for all the problems that he caused. I think him willingly giving up his life is something and trying to seek forgiveness in that was good enough. It's good enough for me at least. It's good enough for me.
Well, I mean,
The entire time was him trying. It was him trying to find a way out of his it's him facing the consequences of his actions. All right, and that is his arc. That is the point of his arc. Yes, but you can't argue that he. You cannot say at the end of the day that he was intentionally a bad guy, that he was a villain. You can't say that because just like all these other heroes, it's a story of a man who's trying to work with what he has in order to become better. And sometimes, oh, surprise, surprise, he fails a lot and very frequently because people are imperfect and flawed and very dark people on the inside. And that's what I like that's what I like because he's always trying to learn from his mistakes. Does he all the time? No, he doesn't. But he at least tries. He at least tries. And at the end, at the end of Endgame, I think he does succeed. At least he tried to leave the world better. He tried to. And at the end of the day, I think his sacrifice guaranteed it.
Cap's a better hero.
That's my That's my piece.
Iron Man did the better sacrifice. Cap's a better hero.
Yeah.
Cap is
Okay.
actually like hell. Fucking Cap is worthy. That's the end.
Wasn't
of the
Ultron one of the founding reasons why the original reasons why the Avengers broke apart? They tried to stick together after because, well, out of necessity mostly. It was just his crippling guilt. It was his guilt over the events of. Like it was his guilt regarding the opening scenes of Civil War that really broke him. It was the final straw for him.
Oh wow! Oh, it's about Ultron, the Seven Rings, all the bullshit in the first movie. But this, oh man, no. I'm hardline on that. Yeah, I never like even in the comics, like I always like Iron Man is the first superhero I watched in cartoons.
Oh, I
And
wasn't I wasn't old enough for that, admittedly.
when I saw him, he was a very young. It was a teenage version of Iron Man learning to become. Bro, I saw the first episode and it's just his parent dying and learning to become Iron Man. So I didn't
Okay.
really know much about him.
Hey
And then
Zach.
hey Zach, and then I started watching Spider-Man, which gave me another like interest into. And then I just never really got into superhero that much, and I'm still like it's not like I'm not into superhero. It's just like the superhero I'd like are just super not. They're not popular lately, or they're
Yeah,
written
it's
awfully.
I wouldn't call
Like,
myself a
like
major superhero fan. I just like the MCU because I've got attached to a lot of the characters.
well, the thing I liked about like I really, the thing I really loved about my favorite MCU movie ever are the two Captain America movie. It's the first Avenger and
For
Winter
me,
Soldier.
it's Civil War and then Winter Soldier, and then
Because
like, yeah,
because
those two are my top.
Because I mean, bro, you're gonna tell me that the sales pitch of your movie is a World War II sci-fi diesel punk
Yeah,
esque
the
superhero
first
movie. I'm
Avenger,
sold. I'm good, baby. Give me some punching
fir-
Nazis in the face and some weird science. I'm all for it, baby.
first Avenger was peak. I won't argue that. First Avenger was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
peak.
And
I
then
loved First Avenger.
the second movie comes, and they mature. They figured out how to make a movie and how to make Steve look cool, and then they introduce Falcon, Black Widow, and the Winter Soldier and everything, and then they.
Winter Soldier was Metal Gear if they made it
Oh man,
MCU.
yeah, yeah,
It is
that's
literally
the
the
joke.
plot of Metal Gear Solid
Yeah,
1 and
yeah,
2,
but
but they replaced Snake with Cap.
and at the end of the day, for me, the fact that but if you remove that fun tidbits, because I'm gonna give you one or two later, you
Yeah.
talk about Die Hard earlier. I'm gonna give you one in a moment. For me, it was a spy movie. It's a Metal Gear. Shut up. It's not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that Captain America and Winter Soldier, as at the end of the day, is a spy thriller.
Yeah, it
And
was.
it
And that's what I
flowed,
like about it.
and yeah, and it was not
That's what
like
I
some
like.
grand. It was not some
It
grandiose
wasn't a
save the
superhero movie.
world. Yeah,
It
no,
wasn't
it was not. It was not some grandiose save the world from some super galactic apocalypse. It was
this was
just
a
spy
spy
versus.
thriller at its core.
It was a spy versus spy bullshit. And
Yeah.
then you add some powered people, not super powered, powered people. Captain America in that movie was as street level
Yeah,
as it
he was as
gets.
human as
And
you or me. He was
God
basically
damn, I love
yeah,
street level stories, man. I
yeah, it
love
is.
street level superheroes.
Well,
I mean,
I wouldn't quite call it street level because it's kind of like it's this is like
well, it's street level if you give it a hell of a great ending.
yeah, if it's like if you expand the definition of street,
Well,
then
okay, no,
yes,
it's not a street level. It would be like a step. It's not like global threat. It's like, but not street threat. It's like it's in the middle, right?
yeah,
It's like it's in the middle, and it's grounded just enough that yeah, the weird science is weird, but
yeah.
it's still grounded enough that you can go like, yeah, that checks out. That checks out.
Something like I
And
said, something you'd find in Metal Gear, which is again
yeah,
part
no,
of part of why
yeah, no,
I discovered this before I became a Metal Gear fan. But I feel like it did influence why I was so into it. I was already a Bond fan at the time. I was already big into Bond or like already big into Mission Impossible. So all of that resonated with me really well.
I'm gonna talk about James Bond in a moment because I've just finished The Man with the Golden Gun today.
Oh, huh.
Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, 100%. What do you think of Lethal Weapon?
But it's not just a Christmas movie. It's a Castlevania.
It's what? It's a cat.
Die Hard.
Is it because
Die
Nakatomi
Hard.
Plaza is a dungeon?
It's not only a dungeon, but McClane starts with no gear, no armor, not even shoes.
So
And
he's a ro-
so he has to beat boss fight and crawl into tight corridors.
Wait, are you saying Die Hard is a roguelike?
Die Hard is not only a roguelike, it's a Castlevania. It's a Metroidvania.
It's a
It works. It's a Metroidvania. And my one of my good friends who's a huge fan of Metroid, I gave him that tweet I saw.
It's Half-Life. It's a
Yeah,
Half-Life shooter. It influenced Half-Life.
and
You
and then
start you start with no gear, and then you have to work up to it.
he looks
Bless
at
you.
me and he looks at me and he says, "I fucking hate you, man." But James Bond, you sent to me earlier. It's better to die hard than to live soft. Live soft would be an insane name for a parody of Die Hard. Just saying. But James Bond.
Livesoft sounds like a software company, like LiveSoft or LiveSoft.
It sounds like a video game company.
They're like a
James
Microsoft
Bond,
knockoff.
you told me you sent me the tweet that they're doing away with the old school stuff. And
Hold on. Before I ask you, before all that, do you consider Lethal Weapon to be a Christmas movie? Because
Yeah.
I broke with my tradition. I decided to watch Lethal Weapon instead. Do you think it's a Christmas movie?
Well, I mean, you see, Macaulay, the kid from Home Alone,
Yeah,
he said that.
I saw the
He said
interview.
he said that Die Hard, like Home Alone, wouldn't work if it wasn't a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
which
because
he was wrong.
he's wrong. I love Macaulay Culkin as an actor. He's wrong.
Yeah,
That's what he
in
is. That's what it is.
but
It's wrong.
For,
It's
for
wrong.
that point, when he said like Home Alone wouldn't be a Christmas movie, it wouldn't work if it wasn't a Christmas movie. and
Both
it's like, you know what, he's
Die
right.
Hard and Home Alone require Christmas to work.
Yeah, but
Like,
same
they-
same. But Lethal Weapon like can live without it. For me, it's not a plot point
Here-
big enough.
Here's the thing. Have you seen It's a Wonderful Life? Have you seen It's a Wonderful Life, the drama? The old black and white, like, Christmas drama?
No.
It's a Wonderful Life. It's a classic. Genuinely my number one Christmas movie. It's very emotional, but it's about the story of this man who's like he's on the verge of suicide because his Christmas is going all wrong. He's about to go to jail for because it's a lot of things. He's losing it. He's praying that he never was born and all that. And to me, Lethal Weapon is like a cop action version of It's a Wonderful Life. This is gonna sound really weird because it's about both of those stories about men finding their will to live. Isn't necessarily Christmas themed. It's around Christmas. Isn't necessarily Christmas themed. No, but both of them, and It's a Wonderful Life revolves around Christmas. Lethal Weapon doesn't, but it feels like It's a Wonderful Life when it comes to the emotional payoff. It's about him fighting his demons and overcoming them internally. Martin Riggs and George Bailey are oddly similar characters because it's two men with nothing to lose, realizing that they have everything to live for, to keep fighting, to live on,
For me, it's the relationship between the two cops.
Yeah, and that I did like.
For me, it's the ultimate bromance. For me, it's like the art of writing bromance and actual.
Oh, there was can I rave about the cinematography for Lethal Weapon? A lot of there's some parts like the slow motion, it feels really grainy. There's some parts of the fight scenes that didn't look good, but then they immediately switched to something that really looks great. Looks great. They switch from the up close, which looks terrible, to the establishing shot of them fighting overhead, and then it looks great. It looks great. Then yeah.
Felix, Clanker is asking who I am.
This is my friend Kilroy. This is fellow PNG tuber. You can find him he streams sometimes. I think you're mostly on Twitch, right? Or Twitch or YouTube.
I haven't streamed in a long time. I honestly need to stream again. And the
yeah,
thing is
it's
that
fine.
Since my internship ends in 3 weeks, and that
It's just Cowboy Bro. No, he's Gangster Bro. This is Kilroy.
I'm from the 1930s. I'm from the Prohibition era. I sell booze.
He's a bootlegger.
Gabagool.
He's got the Tommy gun and everything. He's got his Tommy gun.
But James Bond.
Yeah, Bond.
Okay.
Bond.
Listen,
James Bond.
James Bond. Okay.
Yeah.
I have something to say.
Yeah. Let me go put that on screen.
I'm not fucking Brazilian. I'm from Quebec. I'm Canadian.
Clanker is Brazilian, so I guess he's looking for his fellow Brazilians.
Bruh. Je parle français, tabarnak. Je parle pas portugais, c'ti. Anyway, you told me, you sent me earlier,
Yeah,
and
this
I,
hold on. Hold
yeah,
on. Where is that? This one. Um this this issue.
yeah.
Tone deaf. The old school Bond would be tone deaf today as 007 First Light moves the character towards more modern values. This is
Okay,
not.
okay, okay.
Yeah, okay. We're talking.
I
We're
have, I
this is
have
the.
to, I
I
have
didn't.
to
I
say
thought I wanted like a pure
something.
Bond collab, but you know what? We might as well talk about it since you're here.
I have to
Yeah.
say something. We're going to have a
He
solo
says you sound.
collab
He
about,
says
yeah.
you sound Brazilian for a
It's
Canadian.
always because it's the accent, bro. Okay, listen. I just watched
Okay.
the man. Well, my post says it all. I watched the man with the golden gun. You can lower a little bit
Okay.
because I written my answer over there, and I wanted to go in a bit detail over that.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I've said that I've watched the man with the golden gun, and I've watched a couple. I didn't watch all the Roger Moore movies. I
Yeah. I
watched a
think.
guy who does reviews of the Roger Moore movie, and I
Oh,
know.
which channel? Which channel? Dutch Bond fan?
Um, yeah, it's a Calvin Dyson. Calvin Dyson.
Oh, Calvin Dyson. I love that guy. I love
Yeah,
that
me
guy.
too.
Yeah,
It's
I
clear.
post his videos a lot. Yeah.
It's
I
clear that
love
he
Cal.
likes. It's clear that he likes. Like
Let
Roger
me
Moore
let me put him
as.
on screen. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. It's clear that
Um.
he likes Roger Moore as a Bond.
Yeah.
And hell, as a like, I get it. Old school Bond fan, big fan of Sean Connery, Roger Moore, less George Gatsby. Even if it's the
Oh,
first ever
George
James
Lazenby. You
Bond.
mean? Yeah.
Lazenby, yeah. It's the first ever James Bond movie I've ever watched from
Oh, yeah.
beginning
I
to end.
think Diamonds Are Forever. I think is the first one I watched, and then later on it was On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and then other stuff that
Yeah,
came with
and
it.
I have to be real honest with you guys. I'm not a fan of Roger Moore because Roger Moore is
Yeah.
when I was watching him in The Man with the Golden Gun, he is him. He is like
Yeah.
stalker level creepy.
Yeah. It was. Well, I wouldn't call him that, but Man with a Golden Gun isn't his best. It's
Well,
not. It's not his
and
best.
it's sad for me because when I was told, yeah, you're never gonna guess who's gonna play like the bad guys, like
Yeah, Christopher Lee.
yeah,
I
but
I
like
like Christopher
holy
Lee in
shit,
this a lot,
yeah,
man.
and he's like a World War II hero. He's literally the
Yeah, I
closest thing
love
we have
Christopher
to
Lee
a
as an
real
actor, man.
life James
Yeah,
Bond. The
yeah,
dude knows. The dude is a big loss, by the way. He died a few years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
I just
I
want to
miss him
say,
too.
I just want to say, man, James Bond like back then like was really creepy. I did not like the way he treated women in that movie. Like, there's a character named Goodnight.
Yeah, Mary Goodnight, and there's like he's like kept locking her away and stuff. That was weird.
Yeah,
That
that
was
one,
that was weird.
and he's yeah, he plays a Bond with it, and he's awesome in it.
Yeah, he
And,
was great in that.
and he's so mean to the girl, the villain's girlfriend, quote unquote, and like
Oh yeah,
slaps her,
Maud,
goes
the one played by Maud Adams. The
yeah, she fucking takes a shower and he spies on her and he jokes about it. It's like
yeah, it was.
you can't look at me and be like, yeah, that's a great ass James Bond. Like, and then there was the other characters and the movie takes place in
Yeah, Thailand. In Thailand.
Thailand, yeah. And the entire time there's this Louisiana state trooper who is uber
Hold on,
uber
I sure am, boy.
who
Hey,
is
J.W. Pepper.
like who is like insanely racist throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's funny.
yeah, it's funny
It's
because
funny.
first of all, he gets his comeuppance every time. He gets humiliated every single time. But the thing is that when I see your tweet that says we're doing away from the old stuff, I'm telling myself, okay, so this is the stuff I'll be okay if they went away
This
from.
guy, this guy.
But let's
Okay,
be frank. Let's be frank, you and I.
Yeah,
They're not going to do that.
they're not gonna do that.
They're going because when they're talking about the old school Bond,
Okay,
they're
first off, like
talking.
before I'm gonna cut you off. Like for a recommendation, if you want to see good Roger Moore Bonds, here's the thing. Okay, stuff you'll like and stuff that I liked. First one, first
Bro,
one,
that car stunt, bro. That
yeah,
car stunt, so freaking badass, bro.
that was
That
that was
car
cool.
trick,
That was
that
really cool.
and the fact that they
Yeah,
did that stupid ass. Woo,
yeah, the slide whistle, the slide whistle.
bro. And the funniest thing is that in Calvin's review of that movie, he
Yeah.
says that yeah, he doesn't like this, and apparently every freaking body post production said this was the dumbest fucking move they
Yeah,
ever made.
the
And
Lee,
it is.
Christopher Lee himself admitted, I think, because he was talking with Peter Jackson while they were filming Lord of the Rings about James Bond, and he said, "Don't do the slide whistle. Don't like." He told the director, "Please don't keep that in." He kept it in anyway. No one wanted it in. It's just like they decided to keep it in for for some awful reason.
And
But
another thing is that I said that that character, that state trooper, Louisiana
yeah,
state trooper, was super racist. Well,
Pepper.
James Bond also has a super racist remark. Well, super racist. He says two words.
It's about the
He
kid.
goes by. He says like, no, not the kid. It was like he was going to Fat Eye mention sneaking or something before the encounter with the two sumo wrestlers.
Oh yeah,
And
those guys.
he says like grizzly. He sees like a bunch of mini statues of like Indonesia's people with masks and nothing but stuff to cover their privates and
Yeah.
with lances, and he says grizzly people, and I was like, okay, so you see, this is sophisticated, posh British racism compared to this guy, American
The thing is, it's
casual.
like I think like maybe it's just my like odds like twisted sense of humor. Of course, I am not white myself. I am close to these ethnicities when it comes to that, but I just find it funny, man. It's just like yeah, it's old. It's old. It would be a bit insensitive now. It would be a pretty racist now, but like back then, like I can laugh at it for the sake of it because it's like unironically
Yeah,
funny.
for me, but that for me that
It's
was that.
unironically
But
funny.
yeah, but when they say, "Oh, we're going to move away from these
Okay, okay. Again, I want to cut
transcendental
you off real
values,"
quick.
yeah,
The things that I want to recommend to you, if you like to get good Roger Moore ones, the ones that I recommend. Okay, um, first off is gonna be, um,
Moonraker,
not.
Moonraker.
Yeah, I know you're gonna like Moonraker. I know you're gonna like. I, I know you're gonna like
Love Moonraker. It was so dumb the entire time. When they
Spy Who
told at
Loved
the
Me.
end, I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
Spy Who Loved Me, yeah.
they have the U.S. Marines have Space Marines and they go up and like fight
Bro,
and
no,
they
no,
go
no.
fight
They
Drax's
were not
troops.
US. They were not US. They were Brits. They were freaking Brits
No,
in
they
space.
were Americans. I'm telling you,
Bro, wait,
there was it
wait,
was the
what?
president calling the Soviet premier to send up like and like it, where the U.S. approves. We're gonna send up like space shuttles full of space marines. That's what it was.
Bro,
It was the U.S. It was. I'm telling you, man. It was.
Space Force. Yeah, Space Force, bro. Bro, when I saw the fucking astronaut in space shooting laser at each other, I
Yeah,
was like,
that was
this,
based. That
this
was
is
based.
the greatest spy movie I have ever watched. It makes no sense. This is Kingsman level of
Yeah,
goofy.
it's
I
wild.
loved it. I loved it.
And the one that I recommend most is Spy Who Loved Me. That was my dad's favorite, and to me, it's my favorite. Excellent job with the overall. It's like if you liked Moonraker, you're gonna like The Spy Who Loved Me, and then after that, this is gonna sound odd. I really liked Octopussy. Yeah, it's a funny name. Ooh, it's a movie called Octopussy. It's called
I don't
Pussy.
care. I don't care. I want the
Octop
movie. I want the movie.
Octopussy was a great movie. You know what? You know why?
Yeah,
It's
shoot.
like it's a Cold War thriller. Yeah, there's like weird moments where like he dresses up as a clown or whatever. It's a Cold War thriller. If you've played Call of Duty Black Ops or Metal Gear, then you're going to like Octopussy because like it covers all of that elements. There's like a Rambo section where he has to go through the jungle. There's the parts where he has to infiltrate the base and like where he's wearing the crocodile cap. The crocodile suit from Metal Gear Solid 3 was
Don't
inspired by
forget.
Octopussy.
You want a
There's like
movie?
there's
Do you want a
there's like
movie? Do you want a movie that is not James Bond, but like you want to know why everyone says Henry Cavill should be the next James Bond?
well,
You
I
want to know
prefer someone
why?
else, but I would like it if he was. I prefer someone else, but I would like it if he was.
Okay. Do you want to know why everyone says that?
I, The Man from Uncle, right? Have you seen The Man from Uncle?
Please go watch The Man from Uncle.
I love Man from Uncle. I saw it in theaters. Good shit.
Oh man,
Good shit. I
I would have killed to see in theater, bro. It
Oh
was
man,
so
it was
good. It was
genuinely good
so
movie.
good, bro.
Genuinely
That
really good movie. He was
uh,
so badass in that one. He was great.
Napoleon Solo and
Napoleon Solo is a
India
great.
was awesome from
Yeah,
point
the
A to point B. Was so
well, Red
great,
Peril, what do you
so
think of that?
funny. But
I just
yeah,
like
no,
even I before then because I had known him from Man of Steel. I saw him as Superman, but then I saw him as like this playing this slick, this sleazy but he's so cool at the same time, like American agent. He's so damn cool. He just standing out in the open with I'm getting up to do this with his Browning high power just pointed at the camera. That was a great shot in the movie. Great shot in the movie. Him with a dune buggy driving over the water. It was done very
for
well.
me,
Very well.
well, that shot with him with the Browning and the
Yeah.
silencer, the
And his
lighting,
point,
for me, that
like,
was like
and
that.
his
For me,
face is
that was
covered in
like, yup.
darkness.
For me, that was like, yup.
Like, yeah, this guy has to be James Bond. This guy has to
This
be
man's
James
James
Bond.
Bond. This dude is James Bond, baby. Like, and honestly, the fact that this movie came out in like 2014 because Spectre
Yeah.
came out in 2014.
2014, 2015 was a big year for spy movies.
Bro, it was a big year for spy movies for everyone that
Yeah.
wasn't James
But,
Bond.
well, no, well, Spectre has
Spectre
problems.
sucks.
Yeah,
Spectre
it's
sucks ass. Okay, it's my least. It's there's
okay.
nothing.
It was better than Quantum of Solace. It was better than Quantum of
I
Solace.
had more
You have to
fun
admit that.
watching. Quantum had more to go for than Spectre because
I
Spectre was just turns out, James, I was your brother
Yeah, that
all
was stupid.
along.
Look, that
Bro,
was stupid.
they
This is
literally rip off the joke
this is
from
from Austin Powers. I get it.
They rip off Austin.
S-
Bro, you cannot be James Bond and rip off Austin Powers.
Spectre.
That's their job.
Yeah,
That's literally their job.
that was
bro.
bad. That was really bad. I will admit that.
But then you add Mission Impossible.
Yeah, the I was talking about Mission Impossible earlier. Rogue Nation,
was so good, bro.
I
Rogue
discovered,
Nation was
I discovered,
so good.
I discovered, I discovered I had attraction to women when I saw Rebecca Ferguson in that movie.
Bro. Rogue
It was
Nation
great.
was insane. But I'm gonna be real honest. For me, it was.
Well, what are you asking? What are you asking, Clanker? You're asking Felix what is it? What is it, Clanker? Why are you?
But Spectre was just like the most bland cookie cutter. Like it was James Bond at his safest.
But here's the thing. It felt like the only time. It felt like the
It was
only time Craig acted like Bond, though. You can say all these other ones where he's like being all dark and broody, but he was acting like Bond. But that's the thing. He had that cheeky attitude that he got that from this was Craig trying to be Brosnan, but it worked because I actually liked him that way. Where he was
but he was given the worst script possible to do it. He was given the fact they given fucking
I would take
the biggest misuse of a cast possible.
Yeah, I know. Christoph Waltz could have been better. And then
it's not that it could have been better.
It's the script.
Nothing.
The script
was nothing. And I Casino Royale is it's
its own thing.
I don't like Casino Royale because for me it's a one and done thing, but watching it is just man, I just want James Bond to do James Bond shit.
Yeah.
And then Quantum of Solace happened, I'm like, okay. But
he wasn't doing James Bond shit. He was in Haiti just randomly rolling about. That wasn't
he was still figuring it out. And then Skyfall happened and it just ruined everything.
But I liked Skyfall. I liked Skyfall. It still felt like a Bond for me.
Bro, for me it's let's do literally everything we should never do about James Bond.
Yeah, okay, that was No Time to Die. That was No Time to Die. That's when they approached that level. And
that's that's the thing. Daniel Craig's Bond did the two things that no James Bond should ever do: give him an origin story and kill him.
Well, we know what his if you go by the books, we know what his origin story is.
We know his origin story. don't give a shit about it. We know it. We just want him to
Felix,
save
boy,
the
you're not
world
fighting
and
the
bend for
allegations.
what's right.
Crispy, what are the allegations? What's wrong with Skyfall? I don't know, because I really like that movie. It was,
Skyfall's
it
only
was,
thing going for it is the opening,
no,
and
it
then the
wasn't just
rest
the,
I could just sleep through
I
it.
like the shot, I like the fighting at the end where he blows up the mansion. I like that fighting at the end where he kills Silva, and where they bring out the car and all that. Look, I get it, it was nostalgia bait, but it was fun at the time. We saw the machine guns again and all that. I like the scenes in Turkey where he was doing that, and I really liked that London Underground chase where he has to protect M. That was fun
I
for me.
don't. I
That
didn't
was fun
like.
for me.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. For me, it felt like it's a pretentious James Bond, and
Can
then
I
the rest, and then the
can I
rest
admit
of
my
the.
bias?
Yeah, go ahead.
That Skyfall was the first ever Bond that, like, it was the first new release Bond that I was old enough to see. I think it was at 2012. Skyfall, like that, and Skyfall had that effect on me. I like, and like
Yeah, and I get
I
it, but then I watched GoldenEye. Then I watched Die Another Day, the least favorite Bond ever, by the way. Then I watched Tomorrow Never Die and
Tomorrow Never Dies was peak.
everything.
Tomorrow Never Dies was peak.
Tomorrow Never Die, and then the other one, which is I forgot about it.
Don't you know you
They-
have to kill every character that people like in any post 2016 movie so we can substitute them? Shut up, man. No time to look. No time to. I'm gonna say another controversial thing.
Oh,
Okay.
the world's not enough. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Coming from me, who like I watched like the new Daniel Craig movies, like Casino Royale, Quantum, Skyfall, and then I'm like, oh, okay, but how's the old one? And then I go watch GoldenEye, and then I'm like, who the fuck is Daniel Craig? This is James Bond. The dude is suave the entire time, always in control. Bro, we didn't need a backstory for Pierce Brosnan. The dude just came in, whacked some Soviet dudes in the back of the head, did a bungee jump like a fucking badass. Then
Yeah, GoldenEye was peak. I agree.
bro freaking drove a tank.
Yeah,
bro.
I feel like people don't discuss that enough. I really like that T-55 scene in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, I think. Yeah, where he's driving the T-55.
Think about it, bro. Think about it. James Bond, Mr. Anti-USSR, Mr. Anti-Communist, who fought
in St. Petersburg, driving a T-55.
In Petersburg, driving a Soviet-era tank.
That was based.
Unheard of. And people gonna look at my face and tell me, yeah, but Skyfall. yeah, but Casino Royale felt greedy. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm here for a James Bond movie. I'm here for action, hot ladies, cool gadget, and a plot to destroy the world so whack-ass Cobra would blush. That's why I'm here for that. That's the fun of James Bond. It's not the greedy realism of the feeling of James Bond and how you feel bad about the people. No! Fuck off! It's about saving the world, bro! It's about kicking some ass! It's about macho at his peak! It's about being a man! And that's what is so freaking cool about it. Is that, yeah... And,
I'm gonna switch over to this,
And then they address it. That
This
he's an old relic of the Cold War. He's a misogynistic, and he's a old. And you know what?
But he doesn't care. The point is that he doesn't care.
He doesn't give a shit. That's his
And
charm.
he leans into it even harder. That's what I like about. That's what I liked about it.
That's why he's cool.
But we can't have that, can we?
So when I see fucking IO Interactive
Playing-
says that old school Bond will have a tone deaf today, you know what? No. You guys are tone deaf.
Yeah, they. Here's the thing. Here's my my 2 cents in this matter. Earlier this year, and something that I do plan on continuing is I was trying to write a Bond script, purely for fun, just to like get back at this. A lot of this. Yeah, I like the next time I do a collab, it'll be about Bond, and I'm gonna show it to you, like show you what I have.
It should be about Bond and movies influenced by Bond, so we can talk about Austin
Yeah,
Powers
it
too.
is. But this, when it comes to this, the kind of character that I wanted, like towards more modern values. No, here's the thing: I wanted a Bond raised in this era, but but he's unlike everyone else. If there's anything that this should be appealing to, anyone that this should be appealing to, it is. This is gonna sound very chuddy of me. I'm a very chuddy and like controversial of me. I
Should
think
have built
this
me.
like classic novel Bond could work in today's environment if you had him if you had him be this rebel that goes against every cultural norm that we have, every culture, like against political correctness, against this entire ideal of like of this like of this modern culture, this modern political zeitgeist. If he's a rebel against that, and he describes the millions and upon millions of men that think like him, that really like that can resonate with him because he's a rebel, because he goes against modern men that don't want modern values, that want old-fashioned sex and violence machismo, that is something that he lives for, is something that I wanted to capture. He's like just because he's a
And
product of
that's
the
the
modern world doesn't mean just because he's a product of the modern world doesn't make him part of it. He stands on his own because that's how he is. And I want him to be charismatic enough that it's willing to affect people around him. Like
I
if
know James. I know James the Fed because listen, he's a
yeah,
Fed.
he is.
But let's be freaking honest, bro.
He's the
You you
he,
wouldn't go tell me
he's
that you would
literally the
like to
cool.
be in his shoes for like a
Bond
day
is
or
literally
two,
the
right?
coolest glowy coolest fictional glowy in history. That's what
Oh,
he is. He's the coolest. He's a glowy, and he does fetty shit. But he's the coolest one to do it in history, to the point where everyone involved in government work wants to be James Bond, because that's the point. That's the point. That's the point of the character. Everyone wants to be him.
because he's cool.
Yeah,
He
because
drives
he's
a
cool
hot
as hell.
car. He tries the new guns. He gets the hot chicks. He saves the world. And then he talks his way out of every freaking situation imaginable. This is cool. And then they're gonna be like, yeah, but no. Jack Ryan's not there. Yeah, but that's Tom Clancy.
Oh, Jack Ryan is. Look, I like Ryan.
Dale Cooper, bro.
Dale.
Dale. That's a name I haven't
So a Bond that's
heard
literally me.
in
Hey,
years, man.
okay, this is Foxtrot. This is my friend Foxtrot, Space Missiles Enjoyer. A Bond that's literally me. Timothy Dalton. Timothy Dalton.
Bro.
Timothy.
Timothy Dalton. Like I'm gonna fucking suck the dick of Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, okay.
Bond for the rest of my life.
I've sent him a
because
dick rider
he's-
before.
Because yeah, bro. I'm gonna be a dick rider for Pierce Brosnan because he's that good. But the
Yeah,
best,
he was good.
Yeah, but the best lore accurate James Bond is Timothy
Best
Dalton.
Dalton is the character that that really inspired me when it came to me trying to write this version of the character.
Well,
It ended
because
up being Dalton, because Dalton is one of the very few people to make a literal fantasy be relatable. You can see parts of yourself in Dalton, you and I, and the way that he treats his relationships, the way that he handles with people, the way he's emotional, the way he approaches his job. You can see a lot of yourself
real.
in Dalton.
Because he's real. He feels real. He feels like a human being. Like the way. Like
Yeah, he is
but
because he.
But that's a credit to Timothy Dalton's acting.
But
Because for me, it's in the eyes. It's the way
yeah,
he acts.
he was the way he looks at things, his intensity. It's that intensity. License, like, I don't care what people say about License to Kill. Yeah, there's like a big gory stuff that makes you uncomfortable, but besides that, unironically one of the best Bond movies. Can you believe that when I was a kid, when I was younger, I used to hate Dalton. I used to because he wasn't as.
Because everyone said he was bad, and
Because I thought
because it wasn't Roger Moore.
I was
But
watching
Moore-
Connery and Moore, and I thought, like, where's the excitement? Where's the big gadgets and everything? Where's all this excitement and the world stage being at risk and everything? No, but Dalton made it work. I hate myself for giving him so much shit because when I got into college, around like high school, college, when I reevaluated, I got into The Living Daylights and License to Kill, and that was really the big turning point for me in how I saw the character, because suddenly this character, like this like action hero fantasy, was somehow relatable in his emotions, in his in his dramaticisms, and all the things that he did. It felt real and it felt raw, and that's what I liked about him. He was
And you
still
know what?
cool despite, like,
And
he could be literally me and still be cool.
and you know what? I'm kind of. It's sad for me that we didn't get a third movie with him.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing.
But the script he was given was GoldenEye, and and then I look at it, it's like, yeah, but we got Brosnan. So
Yeah,
at the end,
I would like,
I mean, I guess we lose some, we get some. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But
And something
Cinematography.
really interesting that Clanker said here. I don't think the Brits believe in heroes anymore, do they? Can't write what you can't picture in your imagination. But here's the thing: the
No, the
Bond that I
Brits don't.
envision is a rebel. Yeah, he's a glow, he's a Fed, he's fighting for the British crown. The everything he does is a silent rebellion against what he believes is wrong. Like everything that constrains him is a rebel. Like he rebels against every mission. He flaunts that in the face of his superiors. He does all that. He does will. He's not afraid to piss people off, and that is what I want to exploit, because there's tension between him and other agents at MI6. There's tension between him and M, like Q and like a few other people will be his only friends, but in that he finds strength to go on in himself, because he knows at the end of the day that he's right, and that they he's. I don't know. I'm spoiling a bit too much, and I haven't thought about it, and I haven't thought about it concretely. But I want this to be a rebellion against the notion of Bond is outdated, because giving him all these odd habits, but like that would seem alien to a modern person, but would be perfectly in character for him as a character, is something that I want to do. Something that I want to give. He is like, just because he's born in the modern era doesn't make him a product of it, and that's something that's an idea that I want to explore.
That's why I think that Daniel Craig sucks as a James Bond. Why Pierce Brosnan doesn't suck as James Bond is because Daniel Craig for me is a product of the 21st century, like modern writing. And with the because the first 21st century James Bond movie was Die Another Day, and it was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's outdated, the CGI, the story doesn't make sense. What the hell, a North Korean pretending to be a Brit? Like people just like didn't vibe with
And
that.
then
And for
Kojima
me, I'm like,
copies it from Metal Gear Solid 5.
yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? And like, you know what?
No,
Like,
he does. Because he unironically does.
yeah, and you know what? You know what? I feel at the end of the day, that's what we've been missing from James Bond. And like and for me, I'm gonna say that I am still hopeful for IO Interactive.
What do you
But
think
at
of
the end of the day, here's what I'm going to say. James Bond First Light, this is my prediction, is going
Yeah.
to be gameplay wise fucking awesome. It's going to
What
work.
about
It's
story
going to be
wise?
fun. The story wise though, brother. Oh boy.
There's like, you smell
Oh
trouble,
boy, baby.
because
It's Amazon. Amazon
yeah,
owns the right to
it's
James Bond. And
it's
Amazon, have you heard about the deal that Amazon has removed the guns
yeah,
of
from the
every
guns from the
single
movie
game?
posters, which
Yeah.
terrible decision.
And yeah, and I look at that, I'm like, and this is the people who owns this shit. Yeah, this is. So yeah, the gameplay is gonna work. The game because I saw the gameplay reveal video, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, I believe, and it was good. I'm down. It looks like the kind of game I was looking for. Like it's a third person shooter. There's a mix of stealth.
It
There's a
feels a
mix of
bit,
action.
like, it looks like Uncharted. Like, I know it's made by the guys who made Hitman. It looks like Uncharted for some, like,
And guess the fuck what? Uncharted is a great ass game.
I've been,
Like, sign me the
admittedly, I
fuck
haven't
in,
played
brother. I'm
Uncharted.
in. Yeah, I'm down for that. But the story is what I'm concerned
Yeah,
about.
the
And
story
you
is
know
something
what?
concerning.
And you know what? This is just Amazon's fault for being Amazon and being fucking idiots by buying franchises that have no fucking idea what to do with them, then write horrible, and I do mean horrible stories for them, and then acting
Yeah,
surprised
like
when
look at
they watch
Fallout.
them.
Look at Fallout. That was jeez. I just
Look at Paramount,
oh
bro. Look at Lord of the
look at. Are you okay?
Lord
You
of
okay?
the Ring.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
rings.
sorry. I'm sick right now.
Yeah,
Imagine. Look at
I'm
Lord of the
sorry.
Ring. Bro, look at Amazon Games. Oh wait, I can't find it. Yeah, they fucking shut down because they release MMORPGs that nobody fucking plays. Amazon
Yeah,
should have sticked. Amazon should have sticked to being a delivery service and stick in their fucking lanes. Stop being trying to outsell, out franchise,
they don't
and try to
they don't know what they're
subsidize.
doing.
They don't know shit.
But here's the
They
thing.
only
Here's
they
the
only know
thing.
how
As
to.
much as I hate Amazon and as much as I hate Jeff Bezos, look at the people who are still in charge. Again, you have for Fall, you literally have Todd Howard and Emil Pagliarulo, and they're approving this shit. You have for what is it? For Bond, you have what's her name? What's her name? The Barbara Broccoli, who
Yeah.
who you don't like her because she ran the Craig movies. Would you prefer that she stay on and manage the new Bond, or would you prefer this go to Amazon? Here's the thing: we don't really have a choice because either way, it's not
You know what I
gonna
would like
spell
to
well.
do, Felix? You know what I would like to do? I'd like to do it myself, bro.
That's what I'm doing. What do you think I'm doing?
What the fuck you think I'd be trying to do with G.I. Joe, bro? Every time I go to the fucking subreddit of G.I. Joe, one post in 5 is like, if you were in charge of the G.I. Joe license, what you do with it? And everyone's like, I'd do literally anything to make it alive, bro. This shit sucks. It's painful
I
to
would
be
do
a
that with
fan.
I would do that with Terminator. I would do that with yeah. I don't trust James Cameron to write anything anymore.
It's
It's just
so tough. It's
like
so tough to be like a
this
fan.
stuff that I like. It's just falling apart, man.
It's tough to be a fan of anything in the modern day.
Yeah.
I'm like hear me
Everything
out.
is turning into
I'm
slop quicker than we can respond.
Like hear me out. I'm a Payday fan. I'm
Yeah.
a Saints Row fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm a James Bond fan. Where the fuck am I going, man? Where? I have nothing. Nobody's making open world third-person shooters anymore. Mind I, Mafia 3, fucking Mafia the old country.
Okay? What was wrong with Old Country? With Mafia: The Old Country? What was wrong with it?
It's not a mob story. It's a love story with a mob story trickled around it. I don't
I see.
give a shit about their love, Romeo and Juliet bullshit. I want to be a
Well,
gangster.
okay. You come on a Cupid stream talking about that shit. You come on my stream talking shit about love stories.
Listen, man.
Okay.
Listen. Mafia 2 does a better job at immersing me into the life of being a mobster for the mob than Old Country did when I was playing it.
Okay, that's fair. Admittedly, I haven't played any of the Mafia games. I do have. Hold on, let me check what I do have in my Steam library. Mafia. I only have the original. I don't have the definitive. I don't have the remaster. I have the original, and it's the only one that I have.
Ooh, boy. Okay, so
Yeah.
I played the original before I've played the remake,
Yeah.
and I like the original. Please never play that game. Please don't play the game.
It's the janky racing game.
It's not just the janky racing game. It's the janky. It's just everything about this game is just it's an early 2000 third-person shooter that is not GTA.
Yeah.
And even GTA back then, I said it. This is a hot take, but GTA has always been behind technology-wise and gameplay-wise than its competitor.
Like
The only thing
Saints Row
GTA
Mafia, you mean?
Yeah, all of them are gameplay-wise better than GTA. The only reason why GTA is a better game is that
It's more
just
popular.
bumping. It's not
It,
no more popular. It's not more popular. It's more bombastic. They're the first one to have done it, so they have the legacy.
well, it has the mass market
And
appeal because GTA is like a big, like easily recognized name. Saints
because
Row and
it's
Mafia are kind
yeah,
of niche.
yeah, and GTA is a movie, and that's the
That's the
appeal of
appeal of
these
these
games, is
games
that
is
they're
that they're
basically movie.
basically Bond
GTA
lights a cigar.
Chinatown War was speak, brother. I have vivid memories of me sneaking my DS into my room, popping a R4 card, going to going to get GTA Chinatown War and popping it at like
Oh,
super late at night during
that
school
that that
week
wa-
and doing
that was a good
drug
time.
deal. That was a hell of a great time. Yeah, man. GTA Chinatown War, like this is like the kind of shit that like they don't do no more. Like Chinatown War had this drug dealing mechanic, which is basically work on the same concept of like a simplified stock market. You
Oh,
had
it's
like
like, huh? Isn't that what is Schedule One, that new game? Is that what it's
yeah,
it's kind of like that, right?
yeah, yeah, basically. But you have like, but you don't produce it. You just buy and
Oh,
sell.
you're just a broker. You're just a broker. You
Yeah,
don't
basically.
produce
Yeah,
it.
exactly, exactly. But
Oh,
they
hey,
never
Hamilton, I
did
haven't
it.
seen you in a while. I hate how Saints Row moved away from their vibe after 2 because they got called a GTA clone.
And you know what? Hear me out. I'll read the 62. Here's
66.
a 66. Hear me out. If you approach Saints Row or any GTA like, you know, I call them GTA like, but it's a mark of respect because you
A
manage
sandbox,
to
like
be
sandbox
good,
dogs.
to be, yeah, to be good enough to be close to GTA. Because GTA is like virtually perfect, but if you get called GTA clone and still be a good game, that's a fucking feat in my book. Point being, Saints Row 2 and Saints Row 1 by extension are not GTAs. They're video games. GTA, especially GTA 4. I'm gonna take GTA 4 because that's the game that came out soon. I think
Four
before
and
and
five are
after.
like 4 is considered the definitive one, right?
Yeah, 4 came out. I don't know if it was before or after, because I know like Saints Row 2 did some advertisement that rivaled GTA, like say, do you want to drive a taxi or do you want to take a septic truck and blow that shit on the walls? That's the kind of stuff they did, and I found that
The only
so fucking
GTA clone
funny.
part of it was that you could shoot people and steal shit. There was barely anything like.
No, because Saints Row 2 is it's a video game. It's the most arcadey video game I can think of that does not have like
It's not story
like
driven or whatever.
yeah, no, like, and I mean, yeah, there's a story, and yeah, there's emotional beat there and there to make, but like, but at the end of the day, I saw these things like, yeah, but that's just to make you just to give a shit about those characters and have some poignant moments during the storyline. But let's be freaking honest, when you play Saints Row 2, you don't give a shit about the story. You make your dumbass character, you get your dumbass car, and you start driving around listening to Gen X or freaking Ultor FM, right? Or listening to K Rhyme, and you go do some drive-by and gangbanging, killing some Ronins or killing some Sanji. That's the fucking deal. That's so freaking cool. But in GTA, nah. GTA, no. GTA, you're in a movie.
Yeah,
When
I do get that sense from watching the campaign missions for GTA.
I've
I get that. I get
and
that sense.
I've replayed recently like the intro of GTA 4 recently, and not the DLCs because I never finished Ballad of Gay Tony, by the way. The game always
Uh,
crashed, and I think every time I start playing, my save corrupts at some point, and it just no more, it's done. And I'm like, bro, let me just. But GTA 4, for me is it's a movie, and all the
they
GTA's.
try to be a cinematic experience.
Yeah, and like San Andreas did it, Vice City did it, GTA 3. Listen, like it was the first time they did it, so I'm gonna give him some slack. It was rough around the edges,
Mm.
very around the edges. San Andreas, Vice City still had some of the problems the GTA 3 had. They gave us a map and
There are
a
scenes
lot.
in GTA games that are shot for shot remakes of movie scenes. The heist at the end of
Bro,
GTA 5 is
the
literally this
big
giant reference to Die Hard 3. Like
the
the
beginning.
heist where you steal the gold, that's a big reference to like a straight reference to Die Hard 3, which is really cool.
Two. I've watched the movie this weekend with my mom. It's Die Hard 2. Um,
No, it's
And
3. The 3 is the one where they enter the gold vault. 2 is the one with the two is the one where it's like a terrorist attack at an airport.
wait, Die Hard 2 is not the one with Samuel L. Jackson?
Sam Jackson is in Die Hard 3. You watched Die Hard 3.
Wow, I was sure it was Die Hard 2. Never mind then. Never mind then.
That was
But
Die Hard 3, my friend.
Because they kept making Die Hard 1 reference. I was like, oh, that's the sequel. That's Die Hard 2. But anyway,
Die Hard 2 is another Christmas movie where there's like a plane crash, where they have to like where there's a terrorist attack in an airport. That was different, and that's one like I'm gonna show you some scenes from Die Hard 2 later because it's really it's pretty funny on its own.
But GTA 5 also copies, well, the whole plot, a lot of ice scene from GTA 5 are straight up from Heat. I mean,
From Heat, yeah.
The armored car heist where they smash.
You're
the
thinking
armored
of
car
snakes
with
on a
the
plane.
truck.
No, Samuel L. Jackson was in Die Hard 3. I remember that clearly, Crispy.
Yeah, because freaking John McClane goes with a sandwich sign that says, hey,
I'm gonna say it again, word. He goes into Harlem. Oh, the fountain scene. In the fountain scene where they're like trying to be like how autistic the other, where they're like trying to solve math problems. they have to recall their knowledge.
Halloween, I'm going to ask you to shut the fuck up and hear me out, okay? Because this is the biggest hear me out, and nobody ever takes me seriously when I talk about that. But
Okay.
Hear me out.
Okay,
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
Saints Row 3, okay,
Yeah.
is a G.I. Joe game from the perspective of Cobra. And the moment you make that connection, the whole game change. Because when you look at Stag, they're G.I. Joe.
This
They
is
have the
hold on.
Vehicles. They have the Thermocles, the big ass, the big ass aircraft carrier. That's the USS Flag. The bike. that
Like
floats-
Saints Row 3 is where you fight this like entire military organization, right?
Yeah.
And
that's
like
G.I.
isn't there like
Joe.
isn't there like a Mars base level or whatever?
Yeah,
like- or like
that's the last mission. That's
3.
the
Okay,
movie.
that's
the
like
movie. That's a movie scene. They're basically you're acting a movie.
oh
You're
okay.
acting out a movie. So, but if you take like everything that takes place in the city, ignore the syndicate. Just focus on Stag.
Yeah, I kind of remember some plot
VTOL,
elements.
The VTOL bike that flies like
Like there's a hover bike in the game.
The hover bike, that's a trouble bubble from Cobra. The VTOL Cobra, that's the fucking jets from G.I. Joe.
Hallowed says something controversial. They fucked up and made it really goofy in 3 and lost all their audience. That's what he thinks of 3.
But that's what I thought too. But then I became a huge fan of G.I. Joe, mainly Cobra, and I was playing the game and I was like, wait a minute.
I've seen this before.
This is the USS Flag. Oh my god, this is the bro. They brought up the Thermocles, like the fucking mothership from Cobra. They have laser guns with no stocks, like Cobra. They have dumb shit everywhere. You can't, and like then you say, yeah, but you cannot make Cobra Commander. That's true. Guess who you can make though? Baroness. You can make Baron, and you can make a somehow convincing.
4 was a real
Deathstroke.
disaster. He says about Saints Row 4.
There's even a mission that confirms this. There's a mission where you go to Image's Design, which is the surgery identity stuff where you change your appearance, where you change your appearance to look like the I forgot the name of the guy, Cyrus Temple, who is the leader of the Stag. And this is straight up just a plot from a G.I. Joe cartoon episode where Zartan infiltrate the USS Flag to kidnap the heads of the U.S. military, U.S. generals.
The chiefs of staff.
Ransom. Yeah, it's literally a
And
plot
like-
of one of the cartoon episodes.
And he disguises himself as someone else and does that.
Yeah, yes. You cannot look at me seriously and tell me that G.I. Joe is not Central 3 is not a G.I. Joe. Like, episode, okay? And from the point of view of Cobra, and me being a huge fan of Cobra, this was awesome. But yeah, this is a problem with Central 3. It's as a huge identity crisis. And then Central 4, and then Agent of Mayhem. No, then Central 4, Gata Novel, Agent of Mayhem, Central 2022, and the rest of history.
Was 4 the one with the dubstep gun?
Yep, yep, yep,
I didn't I don't know anything about Saints. I didn't know anything about Saints Row other than the firework gun and the dubstep gun and like wasn't there aliens or whatever in Saints Row 4? And where you become the president and you have to kill the aliens?
Okay, so Central 4, you're not gonna believe this, is
Which got added to every Minecraft mod pack. I do remember that. I remember the dubstep gun a lot.
It's Mass Effect.
It's Mass Effect?
Yeah. There's a, I think it was like made on purpose, but there's a, I don't know if like it's a joke or not, but every crewmate you recruit in the ship that you bring back is quote unquote romanceable because there's an option to
so it's one of those.
Speak with them. There's an option to speak with them, and even if you like, you know, in Mass Effect where you have to build a relationship, yeah, Central 4 skip that, and you just straight up have it at the beginning where it says, talk with X, fuck X, and you can have, and like, yeah, you can fuck Kinsey, you can fuck.
Are they all female? Are they all female?
No, you can fuck Matt, you can fuck Johnny Gat, you can fuck Pierce, you can fuck bro, there's a robot which is basically you know those sphere things from Halo, I don't remember what they're called. On Forge, the thing that you look like when you're moving stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't play Halo. You have one of those ball things.
Welcome to Dracula fuck mansion.
Yeah, no, this is and it's clearly made as a joke.
See you, Hallow. Nice to see you again. Okay, go on.
It's clearly meant as a joke from Mass Effect because I think Mass Effect 3 was coming out around that same time.
Yeah, because everyone was romanceable and all that. Kind of like I think Baldur's Gate does that now. I think.
It's also
the oracles, Halo oracles. Foxtrot said the Halo oracles. You can fuck those.
Yeah. There's also it's also the Matrix. Right?
Man.
Because the entire quote unquote city takes place in a simulation, so you have to plug yourself in the same way the Matrix does it, to project your consciousness in the virtual world to fuck shit up with the alien. Because yeah, you have to fuck shit up a alien race, whatever. Oh, by the way, they retcon Johnny Gat's death from Central 3 by saying that the moment he got quote unquote shot in Central 3, no, he just dodged, kicked the ass of the dude, shot him twice, and then from behind the big alien dude just clapped and said, wow, what a guy. Anyway, I'm kidnapping you, and the rest is history.
Okay, 343 Guilty Spark Hurt Comfort Coffee Shop AU Slow Bird fanfic. Speaking of that, sorry to like interrupt the tangent.
It's good.
Yeah. Well, something that Clanker said earlier. I hope you write Bond fanfics better than your VTuber works. You want to know something, Clanker? The thing that I wrote regarding Seki and Jelly was inspired by a specific scene from Russia with Love that was taken wholesale from Russia with Love.
Hey, Felix, you know what? I'm not even going to question it.
Please don't. Was it a good work? No, it wasn't. But I had fun writing it.
I had
fun writing it.
I won't ask as long as you accept to not share what I'm drawing in my channel.
Oh look, you showed off within your Discord server. I made the mistake of making a stream about this. And it's the only age restricted one that I have made, that I have decided to age restrict out of like fear.
Hey man, listen.
Yeah.
You speak to a proud French Canadian. Where's the word and he speaks comes with a territory, bud. But hey man, you start to talk about movies, man. What do you want me to do? That's just like
Yeah.
you talk shit about Superman. I was not going to take that slander, but yeah, no. But about movies, you talk about Mission Impossible. You want to know a Mission Impossible that nobody likes, but I
Yeah.
love?
Oh yeah,
Mission
two.
Impossible.
Two.
It's the two. Mission Impossible 2.
Two
You
had the
want to know
best
why?
guns. Two had the
You
two
want to
had
know
the best.
why?
John
You
Woo.
want to know
John
why?
Woo. John Woo.
Woo,
John Woo.
baby. Woo! Come
It's
on,
just
baby.
two.
This dude is so cool, bro. The
This
whole
is like
movie, like,
two.
this
Mission
is a.
Impossible 2 was like the Die Another Day of Mission Impossible. That was Tom Cruise's Die Another Day.
And this is
That's
the
what it
reason why
was.
I love it so. For me,
It's just it's
for me, it's the scene
it's
where
like it's got Limp Bizkit. Like John Woo got Limp Bizkit to play the soundtrack. It's like
for me it's the
it's so
scene where
aggressively 2000s. It's
it's
like
so good. For me, it's the scene where
it's
the
like what
bad
the
guy shoots Ethan, kills him. And then we're so good, we're so happy, and then he's so proud of himself, and then he looks back
this
and
is
he
how
looks
you get your gun off.
and
What?
then
Who
and then
writes
and
this
then he
shit?
looks and then he looks
Who writes this
at
shit?
Ethan's hand and he noticed
He's like,
that
yeah.
hey Ethan has the same scar I gave my boy earlier, and then he thinks, oh my god,
Oh no.
and then he goes slower, and then the
This
music
is
starts
called getting
popping
your
up.
gun off. It's just like, who writes this?
And then you see like a guy walking off, and
Then he
then
starts
that
running.
guy
Then he starts running.
slowly remove the mask of Ethan, and you see it's the one of the henchmen with a tape on his face, and it's so freaking dramatic. And then he
And then there's
screams
doves
like,
everywhere.
"Ah!" And then you see Ethan
There's-
ripping up his mask with doves in the background, and the theme pops off, bro. This is Kino. We don't get that shit no more, man.
You know what? If you like, I said it was like Die Another Day. You know what it actually feels like? You know The
Yeah,
Rock,
sure.
right? The Rock with Michael Bay's
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Rock with Sean Connery and
Yeah,
Nick
yeah, yeah.
Cage. That's what it
Yeah.
felt like. That's what it felt like. That like the aggressive, like every like
Absolutely.
it's like is it my favorite of the Mission Impossibles? No, but it was fun. It's like it's fun, and people
For
like
me,
turn their nose up at it. But like if you can put it on and tolerate all the shit that's going on, it's like yeah, the script is mid. That's putting it lightly. I still haven't forgotten John Woo for this is how you get your gun off. I'm not gonna like defend that part. But it's just like it's slop
no.
kino. It's slop
For
kino. It's
me,
like
for
it's
me,
unashamedly itself.
no,
It
it's not Slopkino. It's a 2000s movie.
it's
This
a
is on the same
2000s
level as
movie.
Underworld. This is the same level as Blade. This is the same
I haven't
level
seen Underworld
as
or Blade, well, but I hear a
I
lot
need
about them.
I need to watch these movies actually because I
Yeah.
keep like being told, yeah, if you like, because I played Vampire the Masquerade and I've been
Oh,
told,
huh.
Underworld, yeah, they basically got
Some
sued by
motherfuckers keep
what?
trying to ice skate up here.
Yeah,
Let me see.
no, but
I haven't. I know he shows up in the new Deadpool. And well,
uh,
new. It's a couple
one
of
of
years
my
old, but I know
one
Blade
of my
comes back.
one of my old roommates
Yeah,
genuinely made me sick of Deadpool.
because he
Like
kept
I
watching
cannot.
it over and over.
No, because he was like one of those obnoxious Marvel fan.
Oh, so
Like
even worse than me.
you remember the clip from South Park?
You haven't
You know
seen Blade. I
the
haven't seen Blade. I haven't seen Blade.
no, bro, I didn't have the chance
We
to
haven't
watch
seen
it.
Blade.
But you know the joke of the fat League of Play World of World
The
of
League player,
Warcraft
yeah,
guy?
from
Yeah,
South Park. That's who he
that
was.
was my
Like
that was my roommate.
The Funko Pop collector guy.
No, the MCU Power Ranger fan type of guy,
Oh,
and the
yeah,
and
that was your roommate.
just so you know, the guy was like what 5'10". I'm 5'5". The
Uh,
guy's 5'10".
oh, we're both short. We're both really short.
He was like probably I'm gonna give him like 400-pound fat,
Oh wow.
and he told me to my face that his favorite character from League was Jinx. and I was like, hey, you know
Hold
what?
on, that's the crazy girl from Arcane, right?
Yeah, it's the super
I don't
short,
know.
super.
I've watched parts of I've watched Arcane season 1. I haven't seen anything else of it, and I don't want to get in the league because that's kind of a curse. The
Yeah,
short
no,
kings, yeah,
man.
we're both really short.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah,
man. You're not gonna.
all of this. If you see my mouse, all of this is 5 inches. It's just 3 inches. It's just 3 inches, 2 inches more than me. That's what it is.
But
No,
but the
I'll leave you up there.
movies,
I'll leave you
but
taller than me.
the movies I've watched this year was Star Wars. The bro, I just this is for me. I think
I
in
have to see
April.
Ballerina. I wanted to see
Oh
Ballerina and
yeah,
Nobody.
I
I didn't
watched
get the chance to see
I
either of
watched
them.
Ballerina.
Oh,
It
was
was
it good?
good. It
Oh,
was
was it
good.
good?
It was good.
Oh, it's good. All
Yeah,
right, that's good to see.
I was kind of afraid because a lot of shit gave me a lot of red flag. Like, first
Like
of all,
what?
it was not the original director of John Wick that started
Uh,
production,
it was still
and
Stahelski that did the choreography, right?
yeah, but if yeah, the thing is that, and that's the second red flag. The
Oh,
movie had to be filled with reshoots,
oh,
and
reshoots. Yeah, all that.
yeah, because apparently the story was, well, it's modern audience, and
Oh, so they had to cut that
and
stuff out.
and like what's the name of the director again? I always forget his
Stahelski,
name.
Stahelski.
Yeah, I think what happened is that
He,
he saw that shit and he said, "Are you fucking serious,
well,
fellas?" And he just
here's the thing. Here's the problem, Kilroy. Stahelski is on the new Saints Row. No, not Saints Row. I mean, what is wrong with me? I'm mixing up my words. He's in the new Sam. He's doing the new Sam Fisher. He's doing the new Splinter Cell for Netflix, and it's terrible. That's what Stahelski's doing. And like, are you sure that those changes came from him and not the executives? Because the executives might have done something right for once and said, "This isn't going to work. Our test audiences hate it. Our test audiences hate it. We have to reshoot." Because Stahelski is unfortunately fully
hey,
involved with the modern audience stuff.
hey, well, maybe executive finally did, holy shit, once in a blue moon did a good decision.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna be real honest. Did you like John Wick? Do you like John
yes,
Wick?
I
You're gonna
like.
like Ballerina.
All
You're
right,
gonna
so
like Ballerina.
Ballerina's
You're
gonna
gonna
be
like
good.
it.
Baller.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questionable action moment, like the grenade scene, that you're gonna fully understand what I'm gonna say. That, oh my god, how she's not deaf, and I'm gonna like, yeah, shh. Enjoy the movie. But Ballerina was a
I
genuine
have
good
that
movie.
problem. I'll just start talking in the middle of the movie. Like that shit wouldn't fly with me. I would
Yeah,
do this. That's a
yeah,
continuity error.
yeah,
I watched Die Hard once. That's a continuity error. They didn't fill in that room at the end of the set.
like, listen, yeah, it's going to happen. But another
Okay.
movie I remember I watched with my friends was
Yeah.
Star Wars Episode 3, when they did the
Oh,
re-release,
when they
or
well,
the yeah,
it's a
that
classic on its own. It's a modern classic. I'm gonna say the Revenge of the Sith. It's Revenge of the Sith. You can't
and
really
bro,
go wrong
and
with that.
I want to be real honest for everyone that may think, oh, do we have a Star Wars fatigue? No,
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 we
we
just want
don't.
good Star Wars.
We just want good movies,
We
bro.
just want good
Because,
Star Wars. This isn't.
bro,
It's,
you know the rules in cinema that says like, yeah, don't speak out loud, don't, yeah, bro,
were they
bro,
cheering in Revenge of the Sith? I wish I like.
we were quoting the movie, man. It was stupid. When Kenobi just dropped and he said hello
Hello
there,
there.
the entire theater went hello there, and then me, the dumbass, I'm watching the movie, so I'm just enjoying the movie. I don't say
Was this
this.
your first time seeing Revenge of the Sith
Uh,
in full?
well, hear me out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched it as a kid when it came out,
Oh,
but
I was.
I
Hold
was
on.
like six,
When did Revenge of the Sith come out? Give me
2005.
2005. I was 2 years old at that time, so I couldn't see it.
Yeah, well, no, I think I was like 6, 7. Bro, I didn't care. It was Star Wars, and I didn't understand half the shit was going on. So and for me it was like, but I remember like that I watched it, but I don't remember like you know, it didn't felt like it left an imprint on me that much. So re-watching it again felt like now I have the
Yeah,
real Star
2005. I
Wars,
wasn't old enough to see this.
the real experience. So I don't. My brains turn off when people start like quoting the movie. But
Yeah.
trust me, man. When General Grievous said, "Oh, General Kenobi, you can bet your ass," answer that.
Yeah,
But
everyone ever.
when Anakin said this is where the fun began, and the dog fight at the beginning of the movie with
Oh yeah,
Coruscant started,
jeez. The
people,
Battle of
people like
Coruscant. The Battle of
people were
Coruscant.
fucking popping. It was like, let's go,
Every,
let's
every,
go.
I don't know, like if like I don't know anyone who doesn't love the Battle of Coruscant. That is it, like
It
it's
was a
still
legit
referenced in
great
Clone
scene.
Wars. In Clone Wars, both the Tartakovsky one and the Filoni one, everyone was interested in what they would do with that because it's just such a good scene. It like
And
like
then
genuinely great cinematography for the time, and it
and
like
then
really
and
proved that
then
CGI could work.
oh man, this was so good. And then the final duel begins
Oh
between,
yeah.
and then we have like the prelude. No, you have to understand this. I never seen people like that in theater because
You're
whenever I go
fucking
to
mouth.
when I'm in theater, usually I watch like movies like Tenet. Like I watched Tenet, Oppenheimer, Sin City 2, like a bunch of movies.
Oh, you watched Sin City?
People,
I haven't seen Sin City.
it's a great ass. Both movies are good. Despite the second being like kind of disappointing, it was good. Sin City 1's better, but Sin City 2 was better visual. Anyway, I remember like people like in the theater and everything like, oh my god, Pan. We all fucking know the plot. We all watched Star Wars 3 before, but we still are fucking glued to our screen because,
Everyone would because it's
bro,
Revenge of the Sith.
it's the Revenge of the Sith. So people start like quoting the movie from like memory. We don't have subtitle. We're just watching the freaking movie,
Yeah.
and like I'm building you for my new empire. Your new empire. And then when the lightsaber pops, Obi-Wan, Anakin does his jump, first swing. I swear to God, bro, it was a WrestleMania. It was it was so loud. People were cheering like fucking mad. No. I'm back. I'm so back, bro. It was so good. And then the back and forth with Yoda, Palpatine, and Anakin's Obi-Wan. Oh, pure Kino from A to B. And I swear, bro, when the big like when they left the control room and they went on the hallway
Like
and the lava was
the
starting to
prequels
fall.
really have like redeemed themselves in full from when they came out. Everyone loves them. Everyone with their heads screwed on correctly loves them now. They have problems. Like that's not to say the prequels don't have problems. Like I feel like every bit of that has been rinsed out where
Ever
people love it
since I
now.
was a kid, I was a fan of the prequels.
I see.
Always, I was a fan of the prequel because I grew up on these movies. Episode 1 and 2 was my Star Wars movie, and then I watched like episode 4, 5, 6 like on repeat. Empire Strikes Back was like my go-to Star Wars movie when I
For a
was a
lot of
kid.
like older Zoomers, they like I hear it a lot that all of them say that their Star Wars is always well, it was never Luke, Leia, and Han. It was always Anakin and Obi-Wan, and like sometimes it was Ahsoka because a lot of them grew up on. I gotta see that at some point. The original like well, I want to see the Filoni Clone Wars. When I was first year in college, a lot of friends got me into watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I found out that Filoni worked on that, and I decided, you know what? I want to get into Clone Wars because I hear he did an excellent job there. And I know it's got its
One
problems,
thing,
but I was too
one thing I
young
need
to
to tell
watch
you.
Filoni's Clone Wars.
Okay, hear me out. First thing
Yeah.
you need to know about Clone Wars is that season 1 fucking sucks.
Oh, it does?
Because season 1 was figuring out what the fuck it was trying to be. Ahsoka was the worst. The animation was so-so. The storyline were ish. But when season 2 started, oh,
They found their
oh,
footing.
oh yeah, they figured it out. They figured it out. The best storyline are the clones. They're
Well, of course
legit.
it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. And it's the same
I
guy.
have like I have like reels on my feed, like what, like 10 hours of the Republic committing war crimes.
No, bro,
Taiwan,
no.
like it's like
Like,
this shit looks
and
cool.
the cool thing is that when I watched the Clone War movie, like the movie that came out before the TV show, yo,
Yeah,
I vividly remember, bro. They were trying to sell us a fucking like Clone Wars was supposed to introduce a brand new ship. Okay, you want to know what? How much they took it seriously?
yeah.
Lego made a model of that ship called the Twilight. It appeared in 3 episodes and then it fucking never came back. It was that forgettable. This is season one. This is season one. They were throwing shit at the wall, hoping something would stick. And you know what stick? The clones. The
Of
clone
course. Well,
stuff.
of course,
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
called the Clone Wars,
yeah, no, yeah, but it's not just
but
that.
it's their story. It's their story. I know there's like
Yeah,
stuff from them. I think the one with the commando droids, and there's one like about them on Camino that I remember. I haven't seen any of the episodes in full, but I know like,
because season one is
and then
season
everyone
one is
remembers Umbara.
yeah, no, season one
What season? What
is
season was Umbara?
I don't remember. Season one is your cookie cutter children's TV show.
I see.
It's Rebel. It's Star Wars Rebels. Okay, it's Star Wars
Okay.
Rebels. Season two is okay. No, let's make it serious. Let's actually take it serious.
Let's put work in it, make it a bit more mature, that kind of thing.
That's what I like about it. At last, the prequels
The
were bad
prequels are
Star Wars
that, or
movies, and the sequels were bad movies. Man, I hate that you're right.
with as bad as you might call the prequels, you can't say that it was not Lucas's genuine vision. Yeah, because it was all Lucas, all unrestrained Lucas, and
And
for what
and I
it's
want to say
worth,
something.
it still
I
had
want
heart
to
in it.
Yeah, yeah, bro, that's the thing is that, yeah, you can make. Quentin Tarantino said it that if you love movies
Yeah,
and you genuinely like making movies, you're gonna make a good movie. Even if the movie sucks, the
yeah.
movie's gonna be
If
good.
if it has
Despite
heart, if it
if
has
it
heart,
has
then people.
this is the thing that the new movies don't. Why do you think nobody has like you think that Disney being the consumer masterminds that they are
Yeah,
like
they know what the people want. They don't. They really
yeah
don't.
you think they'd read the room and say okay but now we're gonna make we're gonna make a TV show, we're gonna make an animated series the same way as the Clone Wars
Because
with stories
there's
about
no
Ray
passion
and
behind it.
yeah
I got
they
that, like,
freaking figure it out.
I liked Mandalorian season 1 and 2, but they kind of like they completely lost the plot for everything afterwards. It was terrible. But there
And
was something to but there was like for a while you could tell there was
but
actual passion behind the projects that they were
But Star
making.
Wars 1 to 3, despite them being flawed, like I'm not gonna pretend that Star Wars 1 to 3 wasn't flawed.
Yeah, it
Wasn't
was.
was perfect. It was flawed, but like Episode 2 is my hit or miss movie personally. Like it's the one it's my least favorite one of the
Yeah, I
prequels.
think that's how it is for a lot of people.
But like it's because Anakin's a fucking he's a fucking wimp, he's a fucking crybaby, and like, people gonna say and the writing sucks. No, okay, hear me out, okay? It's a soap opera.
It
Have
is.
you ever
It
listened?
is.
Have you ever
Oh,
listened to
while Obi-Wan is like is pretending to be Bond. If you think
it's
about it, Obi-Wan is Bond in that movie. He's like investigating all
oh
this
bro,
stuff. He's
bro,
been dispatched. He's like,
Obi-Wan's a freaking spy in that movie.
yeah, he
He's
was.
James Brown.
Yeah,
He's fucking
Obi-Wan
yeah,
was
no,
Bond
but
in Attack of the
and
Clones.
and then we have the side plot with this fucking apprentice trying to shag a princess. No, but
Look, I mean,
the
look, it's Padme. Look, it's like you kind of you, you can't tell him to keep his dick out of his pants.
hey
And
man, like
honestly, for
listen,
what it's worth, I did like,
like it's Natalie Portman, bro.
yeah,
Duh. Like it's not it's duh. But hear me out. The writing, people say, oh the writing looks
space opera, yeah, space
it's a
soap opera.
it's a space opera. For me, when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, but this is like because I have a background doing theater. Because I
Oh,
used
you
because I
were a
used
theater kid.
because no.
No,
Here's
okay,
that's a slender because I
okay.
couldn't be a theater kid because when I was a theater kid back in high school, it was the only thing they gave at that school. That school I went in high school, that was the selling point is that if you want to go become an actor or do that in your future, you go to that school to get a leg in because
Oh,
they
okay.
teach you how to become an actor. But they also give you a real education, teach
Oh,
you math, science,
I see.
like.
Yeah,
But
it was one of those
so
schools.
it's
I'm
so I
familiar
can
with them. I'm very familiar with them.
so I can be a theater kid because everyone's a theater kid, so everyone cancel each other out.
I see.
So that's the point. But being even if I didn't spend that much in that school, I still understand the fact that at the end of the day, it's not a move. It's like you cannot approach it the same way you approach a contemporary like another movie. It's it's a play.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
they
it's a
really do feel
very
like that. A lot of the
it's a very elaborate and CGI filled play, but shit, bro, it's still a play.
yeah, it's still a
And
play.
for me, like, okay, it's still a play, so it comes with the
And
dialogue.
it does have that structure. It does really
Yeah,
have that structure.
yeah. So when you look at the dialogue, the stiffness of it, it's not just oh, it's bad pacing, oh, it's bad writing. No,
I
it's
remember
basically
someone watched someone rewrote or redid Revenge of the Sith as a silent movie, as like a 1920s style silent movie, and it worked. And like
and yes,
another one was like watching the Japanese dub, or watching the Japanese dub in black and white and treating it as an Akira Kurosawa movie, and they say it still worked because even with the different language, you could like Lucas was able to capture it really well because that's what he was going for.
and that for me, that's something that sucks for me, especially in my family, that they
I
don't
see.
have this kind of eye for movies because
Uh,
when they watch a movie, they just watch the movie as is. They watch the
yeah.
movie, the you know when you told
Something that you heard me ranting
yeah,
about my dad earlier.
you
That's
told
how it
told
was.
your father a little bit told like they're not critical
Yeah,
about it. They just
and they're not.
they consume it. They're consuming. They're happy about it.
Yeah,
But
they're.
for me, it's like nah, man. I love movie too much to just take the movie face value. I need to rewatch
Whenever
it,
I watch
man.
something, I can't help but think, how would I write it? How would I write that scene? How would I like if I was a script doctor or a screenwriter? How would I edit that? If
And
I
for
was a
me,
director, where would I push back on the screenwriters? Where would I push back on the producers? If I was an actor in the scene, where would I call out the director? Something like I
and for
can't help
me,
but do that because it's
and for
like my
me,
level. Yeah.
you see, you're in the writer chair. I'm in the director chair because when I was watching The Man with the Golden Gun, and I saw like,
What were you watching?
bro, The Man with the Golden Gun,
Oh yeah.
and well, I talked about it earlier, and they do a dolly zoom
Yeah.
where the background comes forward, but the foreground stays exactly where it is, so it feels
Yeah.
like you're being pushed and pulled at the same time. I'm like, they don't have to do that, but this is so great because now you show how bigger the room is from
Oh
initially,
yeah.
like where it is, and then I see like the initial like madhouse, trap house where the guy tried to hunt each other and the amount of mirrors that
Yeah.
they show, and then you're like,
They
oh
have
my
to film
god,
around. They have to film around that.
and then they fell around there and not show the freaking camera. Holy crap! And for me,
Filming mirrors is going to be like hell
oh man,
if you're on set.
they even goof it in the same movie. There's a scene where they fight inside a changing room,
Oh
and
yeah, and you can see the cameraman.
and
You
bro,
can see the
I'm
cameraman's
like,
reflection.
yeah, no, bro, you literally see the dude in his white no pants, fucking airy ass air with the camera and the crew behind him filming.
Uh
Roger Moore kicking ass, fucking hilarious. But that's the kind of shit I like in movies anyway. But that's the thing about you. You write the scenes. I'm looking like, okay, what's the camera doing? What the camera is trying to convey here? What's the purpose of showing that? And you see, that's the thing that I've realized is that I'm not good at writing things anymore. I'm just good at visualizing
I love
emotion.
visualizing things as well. I feel like,
Yeah,
but I
and
haven't.
that's why I feel like
I did
that's
go
why
to
I
art
feel
school in
like
my past, but I haven't been behind like an actual film camera for a very long while.
Yeah, same. I
Very,
would love
very.
to. I drain like I used to write a little bit. I started a script heavily inspired by Guy Ritchie's earlier movies like
Oh,
Snatch,
Snatch.
Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, and The Gentleman because these are
I think Man from Uncle is the only Ritchie film that I've seen, and I remember as much as I love that movie. Again, we've already talked. I love Man from Uncle. I feel like there were some parts of it that felt off. I didn't like. I remember complaining in the theater when there was like when they're assaulting the base when like all the British commandos and like the agents are assaulting the base and it feels like you know that section where there's multiple points of view on the same screen and it felt like a PowerPoint to me. I was like taken out of the movie. Why is he showing that? Why are there
for
different
me it
perspectives?
felt for me it felt like the opening of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
old.
It's just
For me,
like
it felt like,
it's
but
I
but for me, it's an artistic choice. Besides, they do that. Like
it
they
is
don't do it
artistic, but it's like it does take me out of the immersion. You like
for
no
me. Well, for me, it felt like a different way to. But I get your point. But for me, it was like you're either going to do that or just get another because Guy Ritchie is not an action man.
yeah, I
He
know.
can
I
he
know he
can
does draw.
he can
He's
film
like a
a guy
British Tarantino,
shoot.
right?
Yeah, you can film a guy shooting a gun and a guy reacting to it, but he
Except
cannot
you for
direct for the life.
ADHD.
He cannot direct for the life of him a action scene, despite the
Yeah,
fact, despite him trying his fucking best. And I kudos to that. But like, if he doesn't want to film a big action scene with tons of people in choreograph like John Woo, and he just
yeah.
wants
Like
to give you a
he wants to
oh let's
keep it
yeah,
tight
let's do and let's keep it fast paced. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's go with it. But
with the split
Snap,
screen with the split view and everything.
yeah. For me, it felt like okay, that's where he's going with this. Snatch, bro, I don't know
I've
what to
heard good
tell
things
you.
about Snatch. I've heard
Okay,
like
I don't like honestly, I don't know which one to recommend you first because I've watched Snatch first.
I've heard of The
I would
Gentleman. I've heard of Snatch. I've heard of all the ones you
okay,
talk about, but I've
then
only seen bits of Snatch.
okay, Snatch is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Uh huh.
I've watched The Gentleman soon after it came out because it's Guy Ritchie and it's a British gangster movie.
Yeah.
Duh. But Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, I heard about it and I tried to find cracks of it and I never was lucky. Then I found I think a video essay talking about the career of Guy Ritchie and
Oh, I
starting with
see.
Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. And then I saw like snippet of the movie and I was like, no, I need to watch it. I need to watch it. So I stopped the video essay, go watch Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, and I was like, this is the honest best decision of my life because the plot twist is so worth it.
Oh, I see.
The whole movie is I don't know what to say. Go watch. Honestly, hey,
Okay, here's
you know what movie we should watch, Felix?
yeah.
We have bro, I have a list of movie I haven't watched long. Bro, I was supposed to watch Sinners.
Oh, I haven't seen Sinners. I know it came out this year. I know it was pretty
Yeah,
really big this year.
like bro, you told me yeah, it's Jamie Foxx. He's fighting vampires and he has a Tommy gun in that
No, that's
movie.
the Michael B.
Woo!
Jordan. It wasn't Jamie Foxx. It was
Oh,
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael J. Jordan. My bad. Jordan.
Kill
Yeah.
Killmonger from Black Panther.
No, Creed from Creed.
Oh, Creed from Creed. That's better. That's better. Yeah, he's better in that
Much
one.
better. Bro, Creed. Oh, Creed, man. Oh, man.
Here's the thing. Going back to Guy Ritchie, like knowing you've seen Inglourious Bastards, you've seen Pulp Fiction and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
You've seen, how would you compare Ritchie to Tarantino? Because I have like my own likes and dislikes about Tarantino. I think he does like some of the best dialogue I've ever seen. Yet despite that, I feel like he can't do action. He can do violence, but he can't do action. I haven't seen Kill Bill. I've
Oh,
seen
bro,
bits of
shut
it.
the fuck up. Then shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up if you haven't seen Kill Bill.
I
Can't
haven't
do
seen Kill Bill.
action.
I haven't
If
seen
you
Kill
haven't
Bill.
seen Kill Bill, you cannot tell me that Tarantino cannot film action. It's the Crazy 88
I mean, it's just like
fight.
I
The
see
the
I see
Crazy
Inglorious
88 fight
Bastards and I see
versus
Django Unchained, and the
no.
camera feels stiff. The camera is
Um,
stiff. and he can't like. It's just like it feels like those old timey like westerns were just
Yeah,
people just getting
yes,
shot.
because that's
And
what
there's no.
that's what he was doing. That's it was literally his homage to these old spaghetti western. That's literally
Well, I
like
mean, I
like
want the camera to move. I want the
but
camera to move.
then watch Kill Bill. Watch Kill Bill.
Okay, all
Go
right.
watch Kill Bill
I'll
1,
get
Volume 1, Volume 2. You're not going to regret it.
I'll
As
give
for who is better, Guy Ritchie or
Tarantino.
yeah, Tarantino. It's going to be Tarantino. Why? Because
Okay.
Tarantino did not did well. If we go purely,
I love Pulp Fiction. It is like
oh, bro. But
it,
if we
it's
go
it's
purely
just plainly a
by
good movie. It's just plainly a good movie.
yeah, but if we go by theatrical release, well, I'm
Well,
going
okay,
to say yeah,
yes.
but Guy Ritchie did the Aladdin live action and did the our
My
King Archer live action
crispy
movies.
chip says my dad loves two smoking barrels. I didn't get it.
Bro,
He didn't get lock stock.
two smoking lock stock, two smoking barrels is like it's proto snatch.
I s- mm.
It's like Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels is the literal first movie of Guy Ritchie. Snatch is he learned everything from Lock, Stock and made a better movie.
You know what we need to see, or at least I need to see? Reservoir Dogs. I haven't seen. I've seen Pulp Fiction a lot. I love Pulp Fiction. I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs. I know it's
Reservoir
connected
Dog
to Pulp
is
Fiction.
Reservoir Dog is it age.
I
Well, I mean, because it's not what you. Because first of all, you have to think that the movie takes place in almost a single location the entire time, and
I see. Yeah, I mean
it's a it's
that
and
is
it's
something
a
Tarantino would
very
do.
yeah, it's also a very low budget movie
I see.
because well, all the budget went into the
He had to
actors.
play a character in it as well. I
Yeah.
remember
Oh,
that.
also, by the way, everyone who said that Tarantino can act, fuck off.
Tarantino can act. That I'm not disputing.
Tarantino, the whole rent he has in his house in Pulp Fiction is like I would have said these exact
I wanna
words.
quote it. I can't quote it here.
I would, bro. The entire monologue he said is something I would have said
Yeah.
with the N word because the audacity that these two cocksuckers come to my house
With a dead
with a
body.
dead ass body with blood
With a dead
everywhere.
body in a
What
car covered in
you
blood.
do,
And they
what
drink your
they
coffee.
do,
They
they
drink your
drink
coffee.
there in my fucking place. No,
Drinking
bro,
your
no, bro,
coffee.
no, no. And then you have the bro, and then you're like, damn, that's a tasty ass coffee. And then you say that no, 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 no,
No,
no, no,
don't
no,
don't.
no, no, no. Tarantino's reaction in that movie was 100% justified, and his rant made it even funnier.
Yeah, it was.
But if you
And
tell
I love
me
that
who,
the wolf came there just to like yeah he was their way of getting rid of the body, but most of the time he was just there to calm everyone down because all of them were in a panic. The wolf was only there to like talk basic logic into
bro,
them, which
the
was
wolf
funny.
was, bro, I love the character Wolf. For me, it's
Yeah,
like it was such like
he
when you
drives
know
up
nothing, when you know nothing,
in
he
the
just
NSX.
he just fixed everything. No, for real. Reservoir Dog. Hey man, go in there knowing that it's Tarantino's first.
I see.
That it's. I mean, after that, do what you feel. You're gonna feel the rest of the movie. Now, who's better, Ricci or Tarantino? It's. I
Probably
mean,
gonna be yeah.
on paper it's going to be Tarantino, but at the end of the day, I mean,
Like both of
I'll
them have their
admit,
strengths.
if I ever become a movie director and they ask me who are my greatest inspiration, well, I'm going to say, well, it's Nolan, it's Edgar Wright,
Man, what
it's
about
Guy
man?
Ritchie, Michael Mann, of course, it's
Yeah,
Guy Ritchie and Tarantino.
I see.
Duh. Because these dudes are just they mix action and comedy. They manage to do the most. They do serious shit and they do goofy ass shit at the same.
Putting my feelings aside about these people for a second, it would probably be it would be man, it would be James Cameron. Admittedly, yeah, Avatar is mixed, but I cannot help but love Terminator 1 and 2. Um
Yeah, but that's like,
Cameron,
yeah, but that's
Nolan.
like yeah, but saying that Cameron's a great movie director is like saying like a music singer who released a single pop like commercial hit back in the
Okay, it's
90s.
more than Terminator though. Have you seen
Still
True
riding
Lies?
it to the
Have you seen True
no.
Lies? That is my question. I know you're a Bond fan. I know we both like spy movies. Have you seen True
True
Lies?
Lies. Oh man, I don't think I no.
You have to see.
No,
We have to, I have to show you True Lies, man. I have to show you True Lies.
I'm checking the trailer right now.
The, this this was one of Schwarzenegger's like genuine fun. Oh my gosh, this like honestly proved to me that
Yo, what the
Cameron
fuck?
could
There's
work
a
with a.
jet and all.
Yeah, he flies a Harrier. This like
Yo, okay, no,
he
yeah, no,
goes
I'm
to
going to.
Miami and flies
Oh,
a U.S. Marine
it's a
Corps Harrier.
94 movie. Yeah, no, it's a
I need to
90s. It's a
we need to
90s.
see this movie.
Okay, wait a
I need
second.
to show you this movie. This is
Wait a
a great
second.
ass
You're
movie.
telling it's a 90s action movie.
Yeah,
Sign me the fuck up.
yeah. You need to see True Lies.
Oh,
You need to see True
Felix,
Lies.
Felix. I don't know if you have watched it. The
Yeah.
Ronin. Have you
What
watched
is
the
it?
Ronin?
Ronin?
It's yeah. It starts.
De Niro, and
Yeah,
Scott
yeah.
Skarsgård. I haven't seen it in full, but I want to see it because I love the aesthetic. I love the cinematography, like the washed out noir of the European cities looks so beautiful. When I went on vacation to Italy and I saw Milan, my first
and freaking Jean Reno, man. Jean
yeah,
Reno
Jean
is such a
Reno and Sean Bean is there, right?
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
It
Sean Bean's
was
there.
for me. It felt so weird. It's going to be I'm going to spoil the movie a little bit because when when you tell me Sean Bean, I'm like, yeah, you mean he plays tough guys, he plays commanding characters, always
Yeah,
he's plays stuff. And
Job.
then I see him in the role, and he's like, yeah, I used to be in the 22. I used to be SAS, and then like the moment the bullet starts flying, he starts puking. The moment the car chase ends, and then he
Uh,
starts explaining, and then freaking Robert De Niro's character puts it back in his place and completely humiliates him. And then I'm
I
like,
see.
holy shit, they did Sean being this dirty in the movie?
Well,
No
I guess they wanted
way.
he wanted to play something different, didn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean, if he wanted, bro, kudos to him because when you tell me, yeah, Sean Bean, I'm like, huh, so he plays Trevelyan in GoldenEye.
Yeah.
He plays a Bond. He plays the best Bond villain that is not Blofeld. Like he plays one of my favorite Bond villain, and then he plays this fucking loser in freaking in Ronin
So
and
one of the
make me
things
laugh
because
so much.
I haven't seen too much of Ronin besides again the cinematography, but I really like the cinematography. The
Man,
when I went to Milan, when I went to Milan on vacation in Italy, like I know most of Ronin takes place in Paris, right?
yeah.
Is it Paris
The
or
whole
like
movie, Paris. The whole movie takes place in Paris.
in Paris? It felt like that washed out color, that grayish, like stereotypical Western European city that you see in like I saw it in Milan. I saw like most of the time I associate it with Germany, but I have seen this in France as well. That washed out color where it's all muted. That is something that I think the Ronin does really well. Something I feel like that man applied to LA really well when he did Heat and that kind of thing. Like I really like that color palette, that neon war color palette.
And that's
That is what makes me interested in Ronin. That's why I want to see it.
for me. Well, if you like that kind of style, go watch the remake of Miami Vice with Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx.
I
It's
see.
directed by Michael Mann. It's worth it. For
Mm.
me, when I was
Oh, and
watching Ronin,
Collateral as well. He does it in Collateral.
oh,
Again,
Collateral.
I'm a Tom Cruise fan. I'm a Michael Mann fan. He
Yeah,
does that well in Collateral.
yeah. Just the thing for me in the Ronin, it was so funny because the main cars in the movies are, I think, Peugeots and BMWs.
Yeah, BMWs, I think.
And for me, it felt so funny because the only time I was ever introduced to Peugeot cars in movies
Oh,
was was the French action comedy
a taxi,
series
right?
Taxi.
In text.
Have you seen Taxi?
I have not. I've seen clips of it. I know Luc Besson, man. Luc Besson is another one where it's like controversial.
Oh
I don't like.
yes.
It's like I don't gel
You
with the
like him?
guy because
You
like he's
like
done.
him or you hate him? You like him or you hate him?
I both because I don't like him as a person, but I love him as a director. I
Bro,
it's just like
have you, bro? If you, we have
it's
too many movies we need to watch. That's the
yeah.
problem. That's the deal with movie fan is that
Yeah,
there's movies and
there
then
are always too many books,
there's
there are always too
always
many movies, there are always too many games. all in the
Yeah,
past for us to delve into, and it's not like that's the bad part and it's a good part because there's you never run out of things to love. You never you
one day we should, not even on stream, we should just like one of these days, maybe like not, maybe not this week, but like soon. Like I'm going to be unemployed in 3 weeks, so
I see.
um
We'll see
um
what
but
happens. Yeah.
we should like do a movie marathon or something one of these days,
Yeah.
because we love movies and we should do more about that. Does Chat agree that me and Felix Rivera should do
Yeah,
more follow-up?
I would like to. I would love to do a film freak out with you. With you, that would be
Oh
great.
man,
That would be fun.
yeah, bro. Of course, the thing that pisses me off right now is
Oh,
that
hold on.
there's
I can't hear you. Say that again.
the thing that pisses me off right now is that there's I think it's out, but there was the re-release of Kill Bill with 7 minutes of an animated
Didn't
part that was not in the original.
didn't didn't Tarantino make something in Fortnite? Like he made a new Kill
And
Bill in Fortnite for some of
yeah,
all things.
and yeah,
He
and
keeps
hear
doing
me out,
collabs with
okay?
Fortnite.
Hear me out, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm hearing you out.
Tarantino is not a he's not a fan of video games. He does not see he doesn't get it. And I mean he's a product of his era, so
Yeah.
I
Oh
get
yeah.
it. I mean when they
But why
did
Fortnite?
but when they because well at first they did a video game about Reservoir Dog, and I'm talking about like early 2000s, so it was dog
Oh,
shit.
early 2000s, like
Yeah,
Driver.
it was absolute dog shit.
I
And
see.
then
Like movie tie-in.
years later, Payday 2 does a collab with Reservoir Dog to add the warehouse where the movie takes place
Oh,
as the police raid. They basically shoe in the Payday gang into the movie, and the police raid the warehouse
so
where
they use the
you're
Payday characters as
yeah.
as the characters from the movie.
Yeah, and to make it even cooler, Payday used to have like a multiple day system where
Oh,
you
I
have
see.
day one, you do a part of the job, and then day two, you do the rest of the job.
I see.
Well, in true Tarantino fashion, the days are reversed, so you start with day two and
Oh,
then you do day one. Because
oh.
since you play the big ending of the Heist, it's the well, your friends can
Because it's
it's not how
non-linear.
yeah,
There,
it's not linear. So you
there.
do the ending of the heist first, and then day two you do the actual heist, where the Reservoir Dog movie don't show, but shows that oh my god, it was a setup, it
I
was
remember.
all wrong. We lost Mister. I don't remember who dies first, but oh my god, he got died, and you play out the heist that
Uh,
went wrong. You even get the car.
oh,
Yeah, it's the toughest heist of the game, and honestly, one of my least favorite because there's no cover. There's just no cover nowhere.
oh,
There's snipers everywhere. The bay windows are walls, so they break instantly. The cover is waist high, so you have
oh! It's wasted.
nowhere. Yeah,
Like
no,
what?
there's
I know there's cover mechanics. Can you go prone in Payday?
yes,
Okay.
but it's like you still show off your head, and there's stuff everywhere. It's a horde shooter. It's like Left 4 Dead, but the zombies shoot back.
Isn't that most of Payday? I thought that I
Yes,
thought.
yes.
Uh,
And bro, no amount of fucking dodge build or armor build is gonna save you from the snipers in that map, man.
uh,
Those snipers are brutal. But yeah, and then Tarantino, for some reason, says, "Yep, Fortnite," and then he makes fucking adds the bride and I forgot the name of the bro. Go watch Kill Bill, okay?
I
Go
see.
watch
Okay.
Kill Bill. It's
Well,
it's that good.
something that Clanker said earlier that I want to end off on. Bod lights a cigar indoors. Everyone stares at him. Well, here's the thing. I like in the thing. I am spoiling myself a bit. The way he's gonna meet, the way he plans, like the way I want to have him meet his CIA contacts in the thing that I'm writing is gonna be him in a smoking area, and they're the only three people there. Actually, no. It's gonna be in Monaco, so there's a lot of people there. But he's like, we're gonna have Bond smoking again. He's gonna be like, because in the originals he was like, in the
For
originals
me,
he was on benzos because he was like trying to stay awake and do military stuff. And this one it's gonna be Adderall. I joke,
for,
but it's like implied.
for me it was like he's in Montreal and he lights a cigarette on a outside near a restaurant, and one of the waiters was saying, "Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. It's against the law. You can't
Did they
smoke.
really?
You can't
Did they really ban smoking in Montreal
they banned smoking on
on the
I don't know
sidewalk?
where. That's not sidewalk, but like I don't know how to call it in English, but during summer, people like the restaurant and bars put some chairs for spaces at the outside so you can drink and
Oh, like a
eat
patio,
outside.
like a patio, a
A
patio. Yeah,
patio. Thank you very
yeah,
much. Yeah, you
patio.
can't smoke there. You can't smoke there
Oh, because I thought
because
like,
there's
yeah,
a
you're French Canadian. There's gonna be cigarettes everywhere.
bro. There's you want to know how bad the situation with smokes are? You
Yeah,
remember when I told you I went to a theater school, high
yeah,
school when I was younger. Okay,
yeah.
so the law was you're not allowed to smoke within 8 meters of the front door. It's
People
basically
were
like
smoking
it's a
9 meters away.
you want to know where the fuck the ashtray was?
Yeah, where was it?
Literally 5 steps away from the front door. So everyone who was a smoker, and I'm in high school, so I'm 12 years old, and I see like seniors, like grade 4 and 5, which are the two lessons where I live, where you're 14, where you're like 15, 14 and 16, between 14, 15, 16, if my memory is
Yeah,
correct.
I mean,
Yeah,
when I was in high school, a lot of people were
all
vaping.
smoking, all smoke. Nah, bro, I'm old generation. We were
Yeah,
smoking.
yeah.
We
I
didn't
mean,
add that. We didn't add that vape shit. We were
yeah.
smoking like real men.
Gotta get in that nicotine.
Yeah, being theater boys and everything, man. I
Yeah,
fucking miss
you
that
gotta be
shit.
edgy. You gotta have a leather jacket and smoke. You gotta pretend you're James Dean. You gotta lean up against the
Yeah,
wall. You gotta.
man,
I
I
have
wish I
that
really,
jacket. I have that jacket, but I
man,
don't have the smokes.
man, I wish I was like less fat so I could actually pull off a James Dean.
Oh,
Because I mean I'm fat, and I mean the closest gangster I can be is fucking Bugsy Siegel or Al Capone. But man,
Tony You
I
could
want
be
to be
Tony
Luciano,
Soprano.
man. Bro, I'm not balding yet, please. I still have my hair.
Hey, Tony, what do you think of
Hey
this?
Tony, hey Tony,
Like if
hey
you're from the lung
yo.
cancer generation.
Hey bro,
We're
you
all
know
lung
what?
cancer generations. Look, my grandparents had lead. My parents had asbestos. We have microplastics. We all have cancer.
You wanna know? You wanna know something? Is that I
Yeah.
know they don't allow it, but when I was like rewatching like scenes of The Soprano, I was suddenly reminded, oh my god, there's an arc where Tony buys a racehorse, and you of course immediately know what I'm thinking about.
Is it Godfather 1 or Uma Musume?
No, I'm talking about Uma. I'm talking about Uma. So I was like, okay, so hypothetically, if I ask someone to draw Pai Omai as a Uma,
Wait,
and
what's the name again?
the horse name was Pai Omai,
Pai oh my, Pai oh
and
my.
in the story, there's a fire in the stable and
Oh,
kills all the horse, including Pai Omai,
oh,
and we don't see the horse. We see the
oh,
hooves. We
oh,
just see the
jeez.
hooves. But because
Oh,
it's
damn.
covered in the tarp and everything. But Tony, honestly, this is like the most human Tony ever looked, or regretful of the loss of life, which is, by the way, to an animal.
Yeah, to a
Like,
pet like that he
yeah,
bought.
yeah, and but he genuinely liked her. And Alan
Oh
Tudyk is like,
man.
bro, this would be so fucked up if I ask an artist to redraw that scene, but it's
I
from
think
Uma.
you know that joke about like if you draw a hentai of the Uma Musume characters, the Yakuza will come for you. I think this would qualify. I think that would like they wouldn't like that.
This would be so fucked up. But at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah, but would it be more tasteful than what Peter did?
Oh, I don't like what they did. I don't like what they did.
Bro, this one, no, the difference is that mine would be implied and we wouldn't see the actual corpse. Peter just straight up showed.
What if okay?
Blood and
What if you
bone.
have her? What if you have Pyomai in heaven smoking like with a cigarette while watching Harurara, like or like talking
Oh
with
man,
Harurara?
bro, I saw a video. I saw a video of it's just one of the races of Uma, but it's Tony and the crew like cheering and
Oh,
everything.
I've seen the ones where they're like in Halo.
Oh, bro, yeah, but that's the funniest thing about The Sopranos. That's the magic. Is that the story is so they take it so seriously, yet it's so funny that you can. I seen an edit of
I've seen bits of
The
Pine Barrens,
Sopranos.
and I like Pine Barrens because it's like I like how like the guy's a Russian ex-commando.
He's
Is
a
it?
Czechoslovakian. He's an interior decorator. Bro, his house looked like
It's house.
shit.
It's house with they shit.
For me, one of my favorite scene from the it's Phil Leotardo. I don't remember who. He was talking to Vito, and Phil was basically bitching again about the state of affair, his brother, his everything, and he goes on and on and on like a solid 5 minute rant again, and then out of nowhere he goes, I don't remember what we were talking about again. Vito goes, I don't know, and he said whatever, and then they just move on. The dude went to another one of his massive rant about the states of affair and how it's unfair.
He starts
and
over.
bullshit.
So he
And
starts
then-
over. He starts
and then-
over.
No, he doesn't start over. He just has a loss of. He just lost his memory out of nowhere.
And
And Vito, who clearly didn't listen, just goes, I don't know. Oh no, it's Vito that goes. It's Vito that goes. I'm sorry, what were we talking again? And Phil goes, I don't know, whatever. And it's Phil. It's fucking Phil. Bro, it's so dumb. I should finish this series. You know,
I got another guy. A guy I collabed with some time ago, Lima, another big Sopranos fan. I think you'd love to meet him.
Well, I need to finish the show first. But you know what show I should actually watch through and through? 24.
Oh, 20. Oh, Jack Bauer and all that.
Keith Sutherland. Bro, I've seen, I don't know if you
I
know
mostly
this
know
guy, John-
Kiefer Sutherland. Of all things, I know him mostly from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, me too. But Keith Sutherland has done a bunch of other shit. But do you know?
I know he's a
John
big.
Boy?
I know he's a big actor.
Do you know who John Boy is?
John Voight.
No, Boy. Bois.
No,
problem.
I haven't.
The guy- the
I
guy
know John
is
Voight.
a-
I don't know John Boys.
The guy is a sports reporter. He's actually a good journalist because he's not interested in just giving you the big news or the scoops. He scours like data sheets and notes and newspaper clipping and like try to retrace events of an entire like season of a sports team, or like sometimes he did it with here's 10,000 X amount of punts from 2000 to 2018.
I haven't.
10 of them that absolutely sucks. We're going to look at them. And he then scoured the entire NFL punts to
Oh.
explain to me, a guy who knows fuck all about football
I
and
see.
the NFL, how punts work and why some of them are awful. This dude, before he started doing that, starting to do a bunch of stuff called Pretty Good, and he's talking about stuff he likes. And one of the stuff he likes was 24. And John Boy taught me that 24 is probably the most batshit insane TV show ever put on live stream TV. it was it. Just to give you an idea, this show came out pre and post 9/11.
Oh, so it changed within. I have like I don't know where I would put it because I don't have the research. So one of the things that I would honestly like to do, like as a like in an essay or a video essay format, is explore because the culture changed so much. The entertainment culture changed so much in between, like before and after 9/11. Probably the biggest shift in entertainment we've ever seen. Even the end of the Cold War or World War II doesn't compare to like the cultural shift in between before and after 9/11. So having a show that straddles both sides is something interesting to look at.
It's for me. It's 20 2001 was like the end of the 90s. Like when 9/11 happens, like, okay, cool, party's over, fellas. Patriot Act, and
Yeah, Patriot Act,
and
Bush doing all this
and
stuff.
and the rest is history for me. Honestly,
Yeah,
for me, it's 9/11 fucked everything. Because for me, if you think about it, 9/11 doesn't happen. You don't get Patriot Act. You don't get the WikiLeaks affair. You don't get the war against like the
the
war against
global
the
war on
Middle East.
terror.
Yeah, you're gonna get the war on terror. You don't fuck around in the Middle East. At least not now. You let the Russians do it. You don't get like those big rise of Islamic states. You don't get them. So you get an entire like genre of video game and Call of Duty that just straight up don't happen.
Yeah, the modern warfare kind of
Yeah,
happened because of it.
yeah. You don't.
Well, here's
You
the
straight
like
up.
the thing is,
Battlefield 2, bro.
I was born after all of this. I was born in 2003, so I didn't know. I was getting the after effects, the dregs of the world that existed before the towers fell. So I don't have too much of a frame of reference. I knew
Well,
what
I mean,
was
I'm born in '98, so I can't pretend like I was there, bro.
yeah, you were
I can't
no.
remember. Like, I don't remember shit, but I do remember. I do.
It's
It felt
25
like
years ago. It's a
yeah,
long
yeah. I
time.
mean, I mean, I was too young to really feel it, but I can tell my parents did felt it,
Mm.
and for me, and even if I didn't felt it then, watching movies from the '90s and watching movies right after 2001, and a little not like a little bit after, but like a little bit after, like they were still trying to figure out what to do with like the movie genre and everything because you couldn't like target the US no more.
Yeah,
Like you,
everything was a lot more somber
yeah,
as a
and that
result of
sucks.
9/11.
And yeah, that sucks for me being a fan of GI Joe and Cobra because how the fuck you can make Cobra a threat
Incredible threat
without
and
like incredible threat, but I still like the thing is that ever since that happened, GI Joe moved from being a All American team to be a sort of
multinational.
yeah,
Kind of
basically
like
UN.
Rainbow, like Team Rainbow.
Yeah, yeah, which I don't mind because hey, we got a bunch
Kind
of
of
international.
Like NATO, kind of
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, and I mean, hey, we got a bunch of international GI Joe. Then we got Backstop, the first freaking French Canadian, straight from Montreal, bro. Yo, Backstop. We got an Argentinian prototype palette. We got a French guy. Yeah, man, we got. I don't remember off the top of my head, but man, we got a couple of new guys, and it was pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
The Not Cobra cannot be like they have to keep removing his tooth to make him like yeah, we can make him evil, but you know, like not too evil. Like, and you
Mm.
cannot like make like. And the thing is that Cobra works only if there's somewhere within Congress. Like, bro, even back then, even
Yeah.
if the corporation, the suits were evil, the government, the people leading those enterprises, like the CEOs and the president, was still reliable. They it was the people under them that was the real problem, and that's
Mm.
what. And nowadays, not nowadays, now it's everyone. So it's
Yeah.
difficult because Cobra won. Cobra already won. Because in the lore of Cobra, they use Crimson Guards to infiltrate Congress and senators, and it
It's
was ah
kind of like with Winter Soldier. They already
yeah
reached that point.
Yeah, and I'm like, so it's just like real life then, and yeah, where the fuck is G.I. Joe then? You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. It's like kind of the approach that I wrote with Bond. Well, that I want to write with Bond. We live in a world with an awful lot of supervillains, but there aren't many heroes.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that's
you
the
take
thing
what
with
you can get.
that's, yeah, that's the thing with real world is that we live in a world where there's just supervillain, and our supervillain are not the ha ha ha. I have this super mega death laser, and I'm going to blow up the National Bank of Sydney unless in 24 hours I am given $1 million. Now,
Yeah.
nowadays they buy out your favorite IP and they just make the
They just make
dumbest, most
slop.
boring
They just
ass
make
shit.
slop.
And then they tell themselves, mission accomplished, we did the right thing,
Uh,
let's keep doing. The people likes it. I feel like
anyway,
every time I feel like I'm talking to these people who are legit fan of that slop shit, I feel like
yeah, it's just
I'm talking to a Maple Leafs fan. Look at the amount of
I haven't
budget we
I don't
have.
know sports, so I don't know the perspective.
Like I'm a hockey fan and I'm a Montreal Canadian fan because I'm from
Are the
Quebec.
Maple Leafs just
Everyone
like the guys that keep losing or whatever, and like people love them?
No, au contraire. They were supposed to be the future big thing. They were supposed to be the toughest, most difficult team to play against. They were supposed to have the biggest, the most skilled players. They had Austin Matthews. They had
Zam is taking offense to this from Maple Leaf. I don't know hockey, so I don't know.
used to be all right. You fuckers haven't done anything since '67, bro. We had, bro, how many
67.
freaking
I don't. I
time?
like this is beyond my
Bro,
time. I don't know what's going
you
on.
fuckers fuck up Matt Sunday's career. You fuck up Mitch Marner's career. You're going to fuck up Austin Matthews' career. Shut the hell up. The Maple Leaf have
Are they like
fuck all.
they're like the Miami Dolphins of hockey? They haven't done anything for like for
No,
decades.
but no, they're worse. They're the Colts because they think they're hot shit.
Oh,
They think
oh,
they
okay.
no they're as bad as the Dolphin, but they think they're hot shit because you know what? Because we pay how much they fucking pay. They came at us saying look how much we pay Austin Matthews, and every time like look at the amount of money we throw at him. Look how good he is. I'm like, bro, he's not scoring anything. You're wasting money. You're wasting money on a guy who does fuck all. This is the exact same way I'm talking to these fans of people. Look at the amount of money we're throwing at it, bro. The budget means nothing. It's just the amount of money you're going to waste if the movie
I have,
flops.
I have no idea what's going on.
You should watch hockey, man. The hockey is the best sports in the world.
I only know about I only know it for the fights. I only know it's like it's people beating the shit out of each other while on ice skates.
One day I'm gonna show you like proper hockey. I'm gonna show you a couple of videos so we can watch together. But man, hockey's a religion out here. Toronto likes to think they're the big shot of hockey. No. Montreal is the Mecca of hockey. We have a cathedral. It's a religion. It's called the Centre Bell. We don't fuck with that shit, man. Hockey's real. Hockey's real serious
I
around
guess
here.
it's kind of like football down here, American football at least.
Yeah, bro. American football is all show no bite. Our season lasts a
Are you
little
sure
bit.
it's a lot of people beating the shit out of each other in there too?
Okay, I'm talking trash football. American football is legitimately really fun to watch.
Yeah,
But you
it's
can
easy to follow, but I'm just not into it, admittedly.
Yeah, but for me, you cannot. Basketball is too fast paced, and honestly, I feel the superstar in basketball are all massive divas.
Yeah.
They're super annoying, and soccer, bruh, you cannot at
Soccer and
gunpoint.
yeah,
At
it's not.
gun
Yeah.
at gunpoint, I'm not watching soccer. Like it's the most boring shit of all time. Look, okay, that's soccer for you. So a guy at the other side is gonna kick the ball. He's gonna make a pass.
Then there's
He's
gonna
gonna
be a
make
card drawn, and then someo's gonna be like,
yeah. And that's the usual stuff. That because my idea of a football like possession is like it's gonna be a pass, and then it's gonna be a pass, and then it's gonna be another pass, and then it's gonna be. Guess
there's
what?
gonna be a guy gonna run to the end zone.
And then it's gonna be a slide that lasts 3 kilometers, and then the guy's gonna get lightly touched, and then he's gonna My freaking arm just blew up. And that's if he touches it. But if in this situation he doesn't touch, so he's gonna do a pass, and then he's gonna pass again, and then they finally reach the offensive zone. So they have another like 2-3 business days to reach to the goal line. And then when they reach the goal line, which by the freaking way, it could not be bigger than that. If it wanted to be bigger than that, it would just be the end zone in football. But no, they just have a massive ass goal, and they somehow managed to miss it. How the fuck they can have like goals this big?
This is why I watch IPSC instead. This is why I watch like sports shooting or like racing. I'm not really into ball sports. Well,
it's like, bro, how can you have a goal?
I do play golf though. That's weird to me.
The score is like 2-0 after like 2 hours. 2-0. What the hell, bro? It's like, no, hockey, you get everything. You get the speed of basketball, but you still get the tactics of football. And you get none of the bullshit of soccer. And you can fight.
you get fights.
Bro, you can't fight. Like Joe Rogan fucking said it himself on this podcast.
Yeah.
There's no sport that does that. Yeah, there's a UFC boxing, but we don't count that. That's a fighting sport.
But hockey's the only like team sport where there's fights.
Team turnover fell off after Subban Carey left. Carey didn't left. Hey, bro. Kreider's a sack of shit, bro. Fucking jumped at us, skate first, ruined the legs of Carey Price. He was the fucking god, man. But that era of Canadian was hard to watch. But now we're making a comeback. They lost the winning team. We're getting it back. We have
I have no idea what's going on.
We have Demidov, Hudson, Slavkovsky, Caulfield, Suzuki, Texier. We have 3 new goalie. We have we have 5, not 1, 2, 3, 5 prospect in Teams Canada as we speak, playing in the international tournament, putting on crazy ass numbers. Toronto is smoke, bro. Smoke. If you wanted to win the cup, you had to do it like back pre-COVID. Now your time is done, brother. Sell your guys. They're worth peanuts. Oh, hey, man, we would love to get your Austin Matthews for a bunch of peanuts and a bunch of first round picks. We would be so happy to get. We're gonna give him the love of hockey again.
I'm sorry, Felix took over your stream. Yeah, I have like this hockey discussion. Actually, what do you think of baseball? What are your thoughts on baseball? America, like.
Baseball is a stat sport. Baseball is a stat sport. I cannot watch it.
It's a stat. Well, I mean, bro, it is a really slow gone to Marlins game.
Baseball has 2 camera angles. Okay, there's the pitcher. There's the pitcher's back where he throws the ball and the hitter hits, and then there's the big.
I feel like because my parents raised me on it, I feel like I could follow it. It does take a while. It does admittedly take a while. But if you sat me down at like a game, at like a stadium, in a baseball stadium, I could watch it.
It's way too long, man.
It's
9 innings.
It is pretty long.
Of the exact same thing. Because the thing is like,
well, we're hoping for something exciting to happen in between. It is very slow and statistical sport, but we're waiting for something exciting to happen in between. Like someone's gonna hit a home run, someone's gonna hit a grand slam, someone's gonna hit a foul that hits someone in the head in the stands.
But for me, it's so difficult because for me, it's like, even in soccer, there's teamwork. In basketball, even if all the players are freaking divas and they only score for 3 points.
Yeah.
There's teamwork. Football, bro, it's only teamwork.
Yeah, it's teamwork only. It's a little man sport.
And hockey, it's heavy. Baseball, it's the pitcher doing his mind games, and that's it. It's just it's the pitcher's skill and the hitter trying to read him, and that's it. It's so, for me, it feels like
it's too methodical.
I'd watch tennis. I'll watch tennis because because at least there's something going on. Bro,
Yeah.
baseball, the guy is standing on his mount,
Hockey for me
and
is the PvP. Well,
bro,
if I tend to watch PvP sports, it's probably gonna be like American football
bro,
or like combat sports.
no. You don't get it because football, there's too many people, there's too many players on field, so you
Oh,
kind of lose touch of where the ball is very quickly.
yeah.
But hockey, it's 5v5 with with a goalie on each side,
Oh,
and the ring is just small and big enough at the same time to feel like you have to work with the space you're given, and it's not that much, but if you're good, you might as well have a lake in
oh.
terms of space.
What do you Gooners think about combat sports though? Oh, I like boxing is interesting. Boxing can be pretty interesting. I haven't seen many like UFC or MMA fights, but those are like martial arts is pretty is interesting on its own as a thing. It is pretty cool. Was raised
Uh,
on like like the idea of traditional boxing, like that is still fun for me to watch. I would still gladly watch that.
I haven't watched pro wrestling in years. I should watch it back. Love pro
Mm,
wrestling. Pro
mm.
wrestling is the pro wrestling is so fun though. I love pro wrestling. I love boxing, but pro wrestling is yeah, it's the coolest shit. I'd like UFC, but UFC is too focused on the takedowns and the groundwork, and I'm like, man, I'd
Grab
prefer
his
more
dick and
time.
twist it.
Yeah, no, no, it's like I don't like I understand the whole, like I understand why, but like man, I'd watch boxing instead. UFC,
Mm.
there's too much focus on the groundwork, and for me, like the moment the two guy starts getting pinned and it's a submission thing, I'm like, okay, skip, moving on, because the guys are just going
Like
to stay there.
the fight is basically decided. Like the guy that got
Yeah,
down, you know what's
yeah,
gonna
and
happen.
yeah, and then he's like, okay, it's a 50-50 chance he either does not get out or he does get out, and then, whoo, okay. But for me, I prefer boxing because, when the guy is down, you give him a chance to get
Yeah,
up.
like you know what's going. Boxing is relatively simple, and like for a combat sport, it's considered very gentlemanly.
Yeah, but UFC, I love UFC. I'm a fan of strikers.
Mm.
I prefer watching two strikers going at it than watching two technical wrestlers doing it, because watching a actual wrestling match and watching a pro wrestling match is super different.
Yeah,
And
well, of course.
watching actual wrestling is like, it's all right, but
It's
shit,
all about
man, these guys
armored MMA.
the,
Now that sounds badass though. Armored
armored.
MMA.
It's basically
Is Kima?
it's
Is it like Kima?
it's HEMA, but with
Oh,
freaking swords and shit.
oh wow.
That's
I like
freaking nuts, bro.
yeah. The like I've seen I've seen like the there's this channel that does like realistic sword fights that I really like on that I'm trying to let me I'm probably gonna try and find it later.
Hey, what was
Um
supposed to be a simple tangent about me being disagreeing with you on your Superman
now
comments?
now
But
we're
we
all the
talked
way.
about
It's
but we talked about everything we wanted to talk about
yeah
2025 at the end of the day. I mean, I watched
yeah
Ballerina, which is,
yeah
man, did you like? I mean, my review of Ballerina is, do you like John Wick? Do you like John
yes.
Wick 2, 3,
So
4?
you're probably gonna
Yes.
like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're gonna like Ballerina. Yeah, because it's, and Anas de Arma, the girl who plays the
Ana
main
de Armas,
character.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, she's the only
Before
character.
Sydney
She's
Sweeney,
only.
she was like the big talk of the town. And they did a movie together, I think. Ana de Armas and Sydney Sweeney.
And she,
I want to
and
see
she
more of them
also
together. They're like
she
they really are
plays
like they're like the
and
Marilyn
she
Monroe and
plays
Sophia
a
Loren of the
minor
modern world.
character and she plays a minor character in No Time to Die, and she was,
Yeah, yeah.
I for,
I really liked Paloma in No Time to
yeah,
Die. Like for can I'm gonna say something again very controversial. I feel like if you cut out the ending, it's a salvageable movie. If Bond doesn't die, it's a salvage. Like if they got rid of that, like if they cut out all that, then I would like bear watching it. But of course they had to do it because Daniel Craig begged the producer, oh please kill me, so I don't have to do these anymore. It's just like again worst decision they ever made. But that being said, if I don't like the director. I don't like the script. The script is terrible. That I won't defend. But a lot of the cinematography and a lot of the action scenes were done so well that it's like I want to airlift. I want to airlift, like chop off and airlift these salvageable sections.
Yeah, that's the stuff, man. It's like,
Yeah.
can good action scene salvage a genuinely bad script?
Well, as I said from Final Reckoning, from Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, no, I loved every single action scene in that movie, but it doesn't work. It physically does not work with the rest of the script. It like at that like as good as your action can be, it will not save you from a bad script. And
Then yeah, you have the you have my answer on
yeah,
the entire. You have my opinion on the entirety. Daniel Craig's
I see,
time
I
as
see,
being James
I
Bond
see.
is, can a good action scene save bad script? Then if no, then
Well,
well,
then the answer
that's
is
the
no.
thing with that. Then that's the thing with Daniel Craig, is that he's fucking bland. He's
Yeah.
the equivalent of unseasoned chicken and unseasoned chicken and unseasoned mashed potatoes. It's as bland as it gets.
Yeah.
And shit, man, I was so excited for the James Bond video game, and the more news I get, the more
Yeah, the more news you get, the more it's trouble.
but that's
I will
and
leave
thank
you on.
freaking
I will have like one last thing for us to react to. That what like I've been trashing on
Blackwood,
I've been trashing on my parents a bit.
Blackwood. Please let me. No, fuck.
No, it's
You
like
don't know?
I've been like it's a clip that I had. It's not related to movies or whatever, but it is like something that's, I guess it could have been a movie scene. This is something that this is a I've been clipping some tubers a bit recently, and I want you to listen to this because I'll tell the full story of it now as a treat before we end off. I've been trashing my dad for a little bit. I love him. I love the guy, and this is an interesting story that he told me from his time. Hold on, and so hold on. Let the there it is. There, Pippa, yeah, Pippa and Aaron are there. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna 3, 2, 1.
Is it is it back? Oh, okay. Yay!
Not saying anything right
My
now.
dad
Oh.
is from the Philippines and told me a story about how a guy
Well, it's
got
delayed.
dumped with
It's
an
delayed,
AR
so
Oh, hold on. So, this is this section. My if you are you seeing the text right here?
well, it's still delayed, so just hold on a
So,
moment.
my dad is from the Philippines and told me a story
I'm
about a
gonna
guy.
have to listen. I'm going to have to listen to the in-game in your
In,
audio.
the clip
Wait,
audio.
okay.
Okay.
My dad
Is it
told me a
back?
story from the Philippines and told me a story about how a guy got
dad is from the
mad
Philippines
dumped
and
with
told
an
me
With an
a
AR.
AR
story about how a
over
guy
a
got
my whole
dumped
game
with an AR
gone
over a
wrong.
mahjong game gone wrong.
Yeah. So that is something I was like morbidly fascinated with for a while in my life after he told me that, because like again
I
it
need to
sounds like
know.
something
I
that
need
would happen
to.
in a gangster movie. And I think
I
I
need to
think
know how people reacts. I need to know how people reacts.
okay. Okay, I'll show that.
Philippines mentioned.
Because she's Filipino. That's Arena.
Oh,
That's not a good thing.
it's delayed again. I'm going to say, okay.
That sounds about right.
Philippines mentioned from my VTuber. Hell yeah.
That's not a good thing.
Sometimes it's not good for a country to be mentioned.
Holy shit, bro. She's crashing out. Yo, what the
Can't
hell?
USA.
Man, you managed
So
to gain
I'm
the
gonna
attention of
so I want to provide some context to that story because again, like the way he describes it, the way, at least the way that I have like conceive it in my mind, I think this is why like Dad got into Sopranos, Dad got into Godfather and all that. I think this is what ignited his like interest in gangster media. This is gonna sound odd, but I think that's what it was because he grew up in a section of the Philippines that was like despite it being a dictatorship and martial law at the time, there was a lot of organized crime where it's like he would look outside and there would be people gunfighting over. There would be like organized crime groups gunfighting in the streets. And one of the stories he told was of a duel that happened between one guy he knew and another guy he knew over a mahjong game that gone wrong. I think they accused each other of cheating. One guy and they decided, you know what, I'm gonna settle it with a duel because apparently this is what normal mahjong players do. One of them they agreed. There's like this fish like this like a fish processing plant area because he lives near the docks near the ocean. They're gonna meet there. Apparently there wasn't enough people to see it. One guy brought a 1911. The other guy brought a car 15. And
A car
yeah.
50.
Yeah, like the Colt Commando, that series. He brought one of those. This is in the summer in the Philippines, a tropical country, and he's wearing a trench coat and he's walking the streets with this very obvious rifle under his arm, and he's walking in the middle of the street with that. A trench coat in the summer. People know he's carrying a rifle, and then he just walks there. He walks to the place. Apparently, the duel happens. I asked, like, yeah, the guy with the 1911 wins because that's a quicker draw, right? No, apparently the guy with the car 15 ended up winning that incident, and there were people that saw it, and the guy never got arrested
Wait. So
because I don't know why.
The car 15.
The rifle.
To the predecessor to the AR.
Yeah, to the M4. He was carrying one of those in a trench coat.
He brought a freaking car 15
to a duel, to a Wild West type duel in front of like I don't know what's wrong with him. It's like
bro brought a short M16 to a cowboy duel, bro. This is hardcore.
And he won. And he won. And he apparently he won. He just.
You wanna know how I got introduced to gangsters? It's so boring. It's
what happened? What was it?
So as a kid, I moved from my old house, and my mom and my dad decided to be nice to me and my sister for once, and get us a Wii, a Nintendo Wii. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I got Lego Batman.
That was my first console too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was my first console too.
I got Dance Dance Revolution. I got I got Super Mario Galaxy, bro. Me and my sister, we burned that CD, bro. And my dad got himself a game.
Oh, he got himself a game.
Yeah. And I don't know what his mindset was. I bet that what happened is that he went through the aisles to buy games because it was back when, physical media and everything.
Yeah, and physical media and like the thrift store games and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, it was a Best Buy, I believe.
Oh, it was Best Buy, okay.
Yeah, and I think what happened is that he saw the cover of the game.
Average day in the Philippines. That's it.
Bro, I'm not going to argue with that, bro.
I've been there. Has it changed? I'm not sure because I haven't been there long enough. But I prefer the States. I prefer living here. I'm an American. I don't like. If I wanted to see that shit, I'd go to Chicago.
So what I think happened is that my dad saw the cover of the game to be named in the moment, and he told to himself, "What the hell? This thing exists? I must see what it is." And then he puts the game, and my mom says, "What the hell? You're not gonna let me play?" He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna play. Don't worry about it." And then I see the game. It's The Godfather for the Wii.
Oh, it's the Godfather game. Oh yeah. Oh, I think Lima, the guy I collabed with last, he talked about that as well. I think I've seen videos of that. I've seen the only clips I've seen of it are from Ahoy. We all know what Ahoy is, of course.
Yeah, Retro Ahoy. Yeah.
Yeah, Retro Ahoy. That is where I've seen the clips from the Godfather game. But besides that, I don't know much about it other than that it exists.
Back when I was streaming on Twitch, I streamed playing the entire Godfather 2 because the game is like 10 hour long, so it didn't feel too long. And I streamed the entire game and I played it and
Oh
I had
wow.
a lot of fun. But now I'm like, man, I should play the first one again, like because it's been so long since I haven't played. I was gonna be the Xbox version, but man, you know what I said like GTA clones,
Yeah.
like they need to do something special to rival GTA. The
Yeah.
Godfather did it because they did something like honestly I played like the Wii for me always had bad graphics just like
Yeah. Yeah.
unless you played like Wii licensed game
Yeah,
from
we like
Nintendo
Nintendo
like
games, like
Wii
actual Nintendo
like
games.
yeah
But
but
if
third
it,
parties always got the
GoldenEye
if
for the
it
Wii
was
looked terrible. We'll be honest. The GoldenEye for the Wii looked terrible.
bro the amount of time I've sunk playing the single player I loved it so much
I
I
have
love
I have
GoldenEye
I did not get I did not have GoldenEye for the Wii, but I know it existed.
loved it.
Oh, I
It was an
see.
FPS. It was an FPS for the Wii, bro. An FPS for the
That's the
Wii, and
only
it was
FPS for the Wii that I
game-stopping.
know of. I didn't even
There's
like. I know that
there's
the
Black
Wii
Ops.
Zapper
There's Black Ops
terrible. Was
One.
a terrible interface.
There's a Black Ops.
Oh, there's a
There's
Black
Black
Ops for the
Ops.
Wii.
Yeah, but
How
yeah,
bad was it?
but I don't know. I never played it. The
Oh,
Godfather, though, the Godfather Black End Edition was such a fun game, and it introduced me to the gangster culture. And well, shit, man, you see my avatar today. The rest is history,
yeah.
I suppose. So yeah, but it doesn't beat your fucking dude bringing a car
Car
15
15 of the
to a
car
freaking
15.
duel.
And it's just and apparently he wasn't arrested. If I remember the story correctly, he wasn't arrested. He just things went on, and I think he
He
lost
just
another gunfight down the line.
walked it off.
He walked and eventually it caught up to him because he I think he lost another duel at some point. And we don't know the story for that one, but I'll leave it on that.
Well, what happened is that the other dude killed him and then carried his weapon and then
Yeah,
slowly continued.
it's like the Winchester 73 from that movie Winchester 73. Everyone wants the car 15, and it just becomes this symbol of it becomes this symbol of power. That's what happened.
Man, I want the Filipino car 15 now.
It's how we got. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I think it's probably from the Vietnam era.
Yeah, because the Philippines did fight in that, but I think it might have come from a government armory. I don't know. It might have been a
Well,
civilian model. Might have come from a government armory. I'm not sure.
the car 15 for the
Yeah,
civilian market
civilian
back then,
like
back then,
I'm not sure. I can't remember. This was like during the 1980s at least. Not like in
yeah,
late 70s or early 80s.
bro, like the car 15 back then was still like it was the XM
XM
177
one
back then.
XM
Yes,
1772.
yeah, it was technically a prototype, so I don't think these guys were just waving this shit around. Like this dude
Probably was one of the
found,
later variants. Yeah.
yeah, this dude found that shit. He did not just
he
spawn with it in his hands. Like
just found it. I found it.
he probably he killed the previous owner.
Yeah, it's just like that movie Winchester 73.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
western that I
Yeah,
gotta show you. That it turned back into movies. Let me show you. So Winchester 73 in 1950.
it was
uh,
supposed it
Oh,
was supposed to be the last thing about the stream before we
yeah,
end.
but we headed back to movies. This is about a Western film noir starring James Stewart. Yeah, this is the guy from It's a Wonderful Life, Shelley Winters. Um, the film is set in 1876 and follows the turbulent passing of a prized Winchester 1873 repeating rifle from one ill-fated owner to another, interwoven for the cowboy search for a murderous fugitive. This I want to see at some point because this is like that was like this is an interesting plot. Actually, just before we end off, what do you think about westerns? What do you think about westerns?
Um, it's surprising that I haven't watched a lot of Western prior to watch Django because my only experience with Western were a movie featuring Kevin Costner and the guy that plays Tom Hagen in The Godfather. I don't remember the name.
Um,
Is it Kevin Costner? Um, Kevin Costner.
I know who Kevin Costner is. I can't remember the movie you're talking.
Open Range.
Oh, Open Range.
And
I think because you.
And a lot of Lucky Luke.
Hmm.
And that was my
I was raised on the old. I was raised on the old stuff like Magnificent Seven, The Man with No Name with Clint Eastwood and that stuff. A lot of John Wayne stuff. Well, something because you're more used to like more modern movies. Something that I think you would like is the remake of the Magnificent Seven with Chris Pratt and
Yeah, well, but
do you like?
but
I know you said you don't like Denzel.
but
Denzel is pretty good in this one.
yeah, but that's the thing is that Denzel is pretty good, but he plays always the same guy. And no
Yeah,
disrespect to his
and
acting chops, but fuck, dude, play someone else.
yeah.
There's so many people you can play. You don't need to play the tough, heavy lead protagonist that kicks ass and saves the day. Like
He is that there, but I think Chris Pratt's character and a lot of the other ones also steal the show because there's a big ensemble cast. A lot of them do pretty well here. So I recommend the 2016 Magnificent Seven. That I think you'd like. After that, if you're into older movies, if you can get into like old cinema, watch the original. Watch the original, which is a remake of the 1960 film. This is by John Sturges. This is Steve McQueen, Yul Brynner, Eli Wallach. A lot of big names from this era ended up in here. So I recommend the Magnificent Seven to you.
One of the other Western I've watched, it was Once Upon a Time in the West.
I haven't seen that one, but I hear good things about it.
It's a great movie, but goddamn, it's an old ass movie, and pacing is the pacing it's. I'm not going to say it's watching paint dry because there's a little bit more dynamics in the movie.
But it's a long movie.
Hey boy, man, you're going to watch the movie slowly and slowly and slowly unravel, and then someone pull out a gun and movie.
Sergio by Sergio Leone. If you like Sergio Leone,
but the duel at the end, though, oh my god, it's worth it. That's duel at the end of the movie.
Have you seen the Dollars trilogy? Have you seen any of the Dollars trilogy?
Bro, I always want to watch it, and
please do. Everyone talks about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Fistful of Dollars is an excellent introduction to the character. Like, just like all of this is like where is that the Dollars trilogy?
For me, it's sad that we don't get movies like that.
Yeah, but you're like
that's the thing. Like you may disagree with me, but like it's the hunt for realism and the authenticity and
like I am a big sucker for authenticity and like realistic details, but I want to incorporate that in something fantastical. I want to have interesting details or realistic details in something that is over the top and fantastical. I don't want to break reality with it. I just want interesting details in an otherwise fantastical experience. That is something that I want to capture.
Yeah, that's John Wick for you. That's exactly what I love about John Wick. It's with big ass quote unquote realistic, but like the only like this. Who gives a shit? It's not sword and magic. Fucking thank God. Like shit, bro. I was begging for something different, and John Wick came to my life, and I never regret it. The only thing I don't like about the John Wick franchise is the Continental, because the only good part about the Continental is the opening of episode 1 and then it drops.
Oh, I just realized I've been opening all these in a different window. Oh, jeez.
I've seen nothing, but yeah, cool. Thanks, man. You want a game? I actually.
Yeah, my bad.
No, but I really appreciate. Hey, you wanna?
This one, and
I'm going to do some plugs for a video game I actually enjoy, because if you fellow gooners want some action-packed, crime-busting an investigation and a how do you call it, immersive sims, and
Yeah.
Go play Fallen Aces. The
Oh,
episode 2 just came out.
Fallen Aces. Okay.
Yeah, the episode 2 came out like super recently, and I don't know if it came out or oh no, it's coming out soon. Yeah,
Is it on Steam?
yeah, yeah. It's on Steam,
Oh, it's
and
this one. It's the with like the comic drawings and all that.
yeah. Go play that game. It's really, first of all, there's goons everywhere, and it's really good. It's if you like immersive sims,
Oh,
like
New Blood. Hold on, that's a familiar. Hold on, that's a.
yeah, yeah. You know, they're the
Oh, they
guys
made.
in,
They published Ultra Kill.
yeah, they publish Ultra Kill. They publish. I don't think they publish Cultic, but they published. I think they did they. No, but they published Dusk.
Oh, they published Dusk as well.
Yeah, and they published Gloomwood.
Oh, Oh,
And
Gloomwood.
Bloodwood.
That's the other game made by the guy who did Iron Lung, right?
Yeah, these guys are.
I heard about
New
that.
Bloods, yeah, New Bloods. There's a group of publishers who love wacky first-person shooters. But yeah, if you are looking for to kick the ass of some goons, I heavily recommend playing Fallen Aces. It's really fun, and episode 2 is around the corner, so check it out, guys. It's a heavy recommendation from me. Gabagool.
All right.
So Felix, it was a
That was a lot. I didn't expect this to be a collab. I did not expect this to be a collab. Holy shit.
Well, shit,
Oh
you
my
got me
gosh.
well, you did the mistake of letting me yap. So that's your mistake, brother. No, but honestly, Felix, I was super happy. Thanks for letting
Yeah,
me in. I know it was supposed to be a year of review, but honestly, it was honestly. I mean, 2025 was special for me.
Yeah.
It was a tough year, but it was a good year.
Yeah. I'm hoping 2026 will be that for me. For like, I'll get back on my feet and all that. But yeah, thanks for accepting my invitation. You started off by yelling your ass off at me.
I've invited myself like the real goon that I am, bro. I sent him DMs and tell him, you put me on VC right fucking now.
You're probably gonna
stand, bro. No, but you started doing some slander on Superman. I was like, no, this dude just no. But honestly, I get your point, but shut up, you're wrong.
I was like, I haven't changed my opinion. It's like, but I'm glad you got your piece out.
Yeah, you're still wrong, but yeah, good for you.
Anyways, thank you, Big Yike, thank you, Crispy Chips, thank you, Zachary Rollick, thank you, Clanker, thank you, Dantiok Fanboy, thank you, thank you, Killer, while you're on here. Thank you, Foxtrot. Thank you, Hallowed. Nice to see you again. And hold on. Thank you, Last Zam. Thank you, Hero of Logic. I gotta roll back and to see like who else was who else was here because we talked so much.
Yeah, bro. My bad. Lee didn't come. That makes me sad. Hey, Bay streaming though.
Big Yike. Hold on. All of that. Quebec boy. Okay, I think we got everyone. Yeah, we talked about Crispy. Okay, thank you everyone who came. O2 Love, a nice last stream of 2025, and I will see you. I'm not sure, but I'll give you all updates, and thank you.
Probably 2026 or something.
Yeah, in 2026, I'll be seeing y'all, and thank you, Kilroy, for joining me. O2 Love, and I'll be
more like inviting myself,
barging in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
he broke down my door. He broke down my door.
The boss is not very happy with your recent comments. You need to see the boss.
He held me hostage.